Good Saturday. I almost said Sunday night. Good Saturday night, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the second annual. I believe this is the second or third year in a row we've done this. The MEAC SWAC Challenge Watch Party here on the HBCU Sports YouTube and Facebook pages. I am Chris Stevens, as you can see, and I am joined by my colleague and co-worker Jared Hoffman. We are so very excited to bring you guys this game. I don't know. I picked North Carolina Central to win, but I think Southern has a really good chance at it. And Jared, what's your thoughts on as we get ready for a kickoff?
Well, this game is going to be about two players in particular for me. Kelby Givens of Southern, the star defensive end, the reigning co-SWAC Defensive Player of the Year. Well, technically the SWAC Defensive Player of the Year because the other Defensive Player of the Year is now gone. So he's the sole co-Defensive Player of the Year. And Walker Harris, who is the returning quarterback for North Carolina Central, an all-MEAC selection last year and is an all-MEAC preseason first team selection this year. I'm looking to see how he elevates his game this year compared to last year. I'm with you. I think I'm picking North Carolina Central to win this game, but if the Southern can make it tough for North Carolina Central in the pocket, then this could be a game that Southern comes steals. But I'm picking North Carolina Central going in.
I'm very interested to see, for me, what that central running game looks like now that Jamari Taylor's at Virginia Tech and the consternation surrounding that. But Trey Oliver is really confident in a young man that's stepping up in his place. So we'll see what happens with that. But what I would like to see from Southern is, and we see Trey Oliver. Wow, Trey going with the close cut. I mean, this is the first time I've seen Trey without a beard of any kind in years. And what was I saying? Yeah, I want to see what Jalen Woods looks like under center because we didn't learn until today. Terrence Graves was true to his word. He said, I'm not naming the starting quarterback until Saturday. Saturday is Jalen Woods. So it'll be interesting to see if Woods plays the whole game or they try to do a little two-man game and run a sort of wildcat package with Cameron McCoy, the Jackson State transfer, because it looked like to me from what I saw last year, McCoy was a more run-based quarterback, but Woods can throw the ball a little better. So we'll see. It's probably going to go all in how the game, how the game dictates itself.
Yeah, and you talked about the quarterback that was just named the starter. He was named starter so recently. I just forgot his name, and you just said it.
Jalen Woods.
Yeah, Jalen Woods. But I'm curious to see this running back, Trey Holly, who is a transfer from LSU. There's a lot of hype surrounding him, obviously coming from the SEC, which a lot of people the best conference in college football. You know, I got to see what he looks like up close. Never got to witness him in LSU. I assume he didn't get much playing time while he was there. So we've had a great track record of FBS transfers who've come into HBCU football and dominated at the running back position, i.e. Jarvian Howard, who was recently signed by the Buffalo Bills, is an example of that. So we'll see. I want to see what Trey Holly can do and what if he's able to make an impact from game one. So that's one player I'm looking for Southern. And as for North Carolina Central, you touched on Jamari Taylor, being gone. I want to see who's next up for North Carolina Central. They pop out running backs like it's nobody's business. Obviously, Davis Richard, who's a quarterback, who was the star quarterback for the team, but they always kept a running back in the tuck, whether it was Mookie Collier and then it was Jamari Taylor, who was a backup for Mookie Collier for all the years that he was a starter. Mm-hmm. So I'm curious to see who's next up because I know Trey Oliver got somebody waiting in the wings to have a breakout season at that running back position. So I'm excited for this game, as you can tell by me rambling.
Yeah, and here comes Southern and Terrence Graves. The Jags, man, that baby blue and that gold, man, that's one of the best color schemes in HBCU sports, period. Like, mm-hmm. I mean, we have so many great, combinations. We got the black and gold of Bowie State. We have the orange and green of Florida A&M. And we have the cherry red and Columbia blue, even though I don't have any Columbia blue in this shirt, of Delaware State University. But I love Southern's baby blue and gold, man. That just looks so doggone good on the screen.
And here we go, the bands going crazy. I'm curious to see who's gonna win the battle of the bands in this game. between North Carolina Central and Southern. North Carolina Central kind of got an underrated band, but they going against that human jukebox. They don't be playing around.
And the iconic dancing dolls.
Absolutely.
Like here's the thing: if you're new to this space, I know a lot of you aren't, but we love everything about our culture, and that includes the bands, that includes the dancers, and everybody that helps make Black college football and Black college sports great. But before we continue, we need you guys' help. We are going to be on for the duration of this entire broadcast. So I'm not even going to speak it into existence. I know Hurricane Aaron is churning in the Atlantic, but we're not even going to put that out in space. But we're going to be here for as long as the MEAC SWAC challenge is here. So what we're trying to do is we're trying to get 10 super chats at $10 a piece. That would equal $100. We're trying to raise as much funding as we can because we are going through some tough challenges right now. I mean, we're slowly but surely getting back to business and getting back to, everybody being able to pay their bills and stuff. But we can still use your help. So if you can drop a $10 super chat, it would be greatly appreciated 10 times over. If you want to do it more than that, I have no problem. If you want to do $100 super chat, you can do that. If you rolling like that, I mean, we all know that we're living in a time now where, the dude lied about, prices going down on everything. We've seen that prices is going up. And the super chat goal will be posted in a minute. So while we are getting ready for kickoff, we just want to remind you guys of that we are, this is also a fundraiser, not just a watch party, but a fundraiser. And if you guys have any questions you want to ask myself or Jared, within reason, mind you, within reason, we will answer them. Even something that might be a little left of center, as long as it's not disrespectful to anybody, we may answer. But if you guys have any questions about what we're doing at HBCU Sports, what our thoughts are on the 2025 football season, we will answer those gladly. And we're going to have fun doing this, man. We love doing these watch parties. We do them every so often. And this goes as y'all's participation goes. I mean, Jared and I, we can talk, but we need you guys' help. So if you guys want to, just shoot anything our way, we will be glad to answer. We will be glad to discuss. And right now we're just waiting for kickoff. I mean, that's basically it. I mean, we've been sitting on our hands pretty much since the end of basketball season. And that's no disrespect to the spring athletes because HBCUs, our Olympic sports count too. We try to cover them as much as we cover football and basketball, but we've really been sitting on our hands since the NCAA tournament. So now that we are back to business, they're talking about the notable HBCU alums, the late Tavares Jackson, Tariq Cohen, Darius, Shaquille Leonard, Buddy Pugh, Rob Broadway. Like this game has for 20 years because they didn't play it in 2020 because of the pandemic. And, this is the 20th edition of the MEAC SWAC Challenge. And I hope that people understand that these classics, as much as the travel hurts, it's tough, but this is a way that kids in our programs can be seen. And Trey Oliver on the sideline with Quint Kessenich. Quint loves doing these games, man. I salute to Quint Kessenich, man. He is the sideline reporter du jour for the MEAC SWAC Challenge, and we appreciate him showing up to a Black event and not trying to do too much. Robert Griffin III. So, we just appreciate, ESPN. And granted, I exhoriated ESPN recently for the.
Let me say this broadcast has been top notch so far.
Mm-hmm.
They got the band director mic'd up. They got the band footage. They got the sideline reporting for our coaches. Man, they treating this like it's it is a primetime game, but they treating it like the primetime game that it is, and not just half stepping it. So I gotta give them. We lambast them when it's kind of lazy, when the broadcast is lazy, but we got to give them credit where credit is due when the broadcast look good, and this broadcast looks amazing so far.
Yeah, it looks like a professional broadcast, and I exhoriated them for the schedule change of the South Carolina State, North Carolina Central game. I'm still mad about that. I'm still angry about that. But I will give you guys. Okay, so here it is. Here's our goal. We are trying to get 10 super chats for $10 each. That's $100. It won't pay a lot, but it will help. So if you guys want to, surpass that goal, you're more than welcome to do so. Feel free to, drop your coins. Also, you can donate via the Zelle app, donate at hbcusports.com. Once you go to the Zelle app, type all of that in, drop your coins that way, or you can donate directly at the website, hbcusports.com/donate. Before we get started, we are also on social media. We're on the Musty app. We're on TikTok. We're on Threads, Instagram, Facebook, you name it. We're there. So follow us at HBCU Sports. And we got shows. We got podcasts, specialized podcasts for each of us. I cover the MEAC and North Carolina A&T, Hampton, and Tennessee State with the MEAC and more. Jared Hoffman has the Better Than Less Than podcast, which covers all your Division II NAIA needs. Ken Rashad and Kendrick Marshall do the MEAC, the SWAC page. This is the MEAC SWAC Challenge, but they do the SWAC page. And then we have our weekly show every other week. We're the roundtable where all four of us get together. We talk about the latest and greatest in Black college sports. And we also have a off topic that has nothing to do with sports. We've talked about things such as the greatest of all time in terms of music. We've talked about how people like their steaks, all that good stuff. Shouts out to ODB, man. A&T in the house. Greatly appreciate you. 1 down, 9 to go. So we already rocking and rolling, and the ball hasn't even been kicked off yet. It's
and
beautiful.
To all the new people who are new to this channel, I know you heard Chris say the Musty app. That is Twitter. Yes. So it's named the Musty app is named after Musty Elon Musk, who owns Twitter. But that's the last time you will hear his name on this page. That's why it's called the Musty app, because he looks
exactly. I refuse to give that dude any air. So I'm just going to call him what he is.
Musty. I only said his name so we can explain what the Musty app is for those who are new here. But
yeah, because people are probably wondering what the hell is the Musty app. Well, if you don't know, now you know. All right, y'all. Kickoff is about to happen. We got Kelby Givens on special team. That's a special young man, by the way, as an athlete. Dude who's probably going to be one of the top edge prospects in the NFL draft, and he's still going to be on special teams. Like, all right, I want to come down there and knock somebody's head off. That's somebody that loves
great for his draft stock, by the way.
Yeah. He's gonna love that. That's a dude that loves the game of football, and we love to see it. All right, we got the dancing dolls in the stand. We got the human jukebox juking it up, and we are about to kick this thing off. And there is the matinee idol, Walker Harris. He will take the field first, as North Carolina Central will receive the kickoff. We're just waiting for it.
So you're a few minutes ahead of me, a few seconds ahead of me. So I'm a lean on your commentary.
All right. We just still waiting. And the 2025 HBCU season is underway. We do have kickoff. Return is going to come out. Number 1 ran into his own guy, but he's down at the 20. So Walker Harrison, this North Carolina Central offense, will take the field first. North Carolina Central, if you missed it last year, finished 8-3, lost to South Carolina State in the penultimate. Well, it's not the official MEAC championship game, but it might as well have been. And it'll probably be again this year. 21-14. And no, it was 28-21. My bad. And they were 8-3. I thought they should have been a playoff team last year, but they did schedule VUL, which wasn't, it didn't help their cause any. So, all right, first possession, Harris is going to hand it off. And we've got a run from, I can't see. I need to put my glasses on. You know how bad, ladies and gentlemen, my vision is terrible. I'm sorry. I
got to step away real quick. I'll be right back.
All right. So while Jared takes care of his business, we want to let you guys know that. All right. So we got a first down already. Harris, two plays, 15 yards for Central. A quick little out route to number 0, and that is a first down for the Eagles. So Eleni Majeo got that first carry for North Carolina Central. And what makes the Eagles such a tough team is that they're just extremely well coached and disciplined, and you'll never see them make the same mistake twice. It's just rare that happens. And oh wow, there's a hard hit. And that is Christian Mosley, who Trey Oliver said he liked a lot. And he just literally just took on a dude with the truck stick and picked up about 6 or 7 yards. So this Central team can hurt you a lot of ways, but Southern has a phenomenal defense. They were ranked 5th in the country. Well, both of these teams have phenomenal defenses, honestly. Southern was ranked 5th in the country last year in pass defense, and North Carolina Central was right ahead of them at number 4. So I don't think we're going to see a lot of passing today. So this might be 3 yards in a cloud of dust.
So how we looking so far?
All right, Christian Mosley and Alani Maggio are the 2 running backs that have gotten bulk of the carries. Christian Mosley last year had 10 yards per carry. He only carried 24 times, but he got 262 yards on those 24 carries.
Yeah, that's still impressive. That's very impressive.
So it looks like he's a dude that Trey Oliver said he liked him a lot. He thought that he could be the guy. And so far, he's had 2 really strong runs. And now Central is approaching midfield here. They're on their own 45 here with 1st and 10. Harris drops back in the gun. Passes incomplete. Yeah, I don't think you're going to see a lot of, you're not going to see Archie Cooley's Cooley package as Jared wrote. Right. When Jared wrote about what Denver Broncos coach Sean Payton had to say about honoring the late great Archie Cooley, who we lost last year, who of course gave the world a satellite Willie Totten and the greatest wide receiver to ever play the game, Mr. Jerry Lee Rice. So, Mississippi Valley State in the house.
Yeah, I think the only team we saw really try to incorporate that kind of offense was Alabama State last year in the one game they had Andrew Body, but that was short-lived, obviously, after he suffered his injury. We'll see it again now that Andrew Body is back in the lineup. All right.
I think that shouts out to JSU Tiger 88. All right, so we have so we got the SWAC helping us out. We have the Coastal Athletic Association. This is the MEAC and SWAC challenge. I mean, we need some MEAC and SWAC participation here. But yes, we have 2 super chats now. We need 8. So we're close. I mean, we're doing good business here, as they say in the wrestling business. To quote the American Dream business. To quote the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes, the wrestling business, baby. All right. Walker Harris gets out the pocket, passes to the tight end Bracey, and it is now 3rd down. That Phillies tryon just hurts my feelings. Phillies ace Zach Wheeler out for the rest of the season. Phillies fans, we can't have nice things ever. Asia Wilson, dominant again. Any questions? Best in the world? Yeah.
Stop playing with Asia Wilson's name.
Please.
Stop playing with it.
Please. I don't want to hear nothing else about anybody else winning MVP.
I don't want to hear nobody else about being the face of the league. She is the face of the league. End of story. Stop it.
Hello. 2nd and 6 right now. Central has crossed over into Southern territory. Harris back in the gun with Mosley. Harris drops back, and that's number 11. Oh, he fumbled that out of bounds. Lucky he went to the ground with it, because that would have been one of those, incompletions. But it turns out to be a catch, and it is a 1st down for North Carolina Central. So they are moving this pigskin rather quickly down the field here.
Walker Harris is doing a great job getting the ball out of his hands, not allowing the Southern defensive line to have time to generate pressure. And the offensive line is doing just enough to keep them at bay.
It's interesting because his quarterback's coach is the guy he replaced, because Davius Richard is now back on campus. I'm still angry, by the way.
Yeah.
We were robbed of a potential. Christian Mosley right up the gut for about 13 and a 1st down. So, yeah, Christian Mosley, 10 yards of carry. It's not 10 yards in a cloud of dust. It's 10 yards in a Christian Mosley right about now. He is doing damage.
Play is just going off for me, and a nice recognition of the hole. The nice hole generated by that North Carolina Central offensive line right there. But back to your point about Davius Richard. I talked to Trey Oliver a little bit about that during MEAC Media Day, and it's really upsetting that he never got a fair opportunity at a pro career.
Yeah, I don't know who the coach was that ran that stupid play that pretty much ended his playing career, but I feel like that coach should be banned. But regardless, Davius, I mean, you had to see Davius Richard in person to understand just how good he was. Homecoming 2022. This is when I was this is before I started at HBCU Sports. I was actually covering Delaware State football for my local newspaper. They never paid me, by the way, which is why I'm never going back. So, we were up 2 touchdowns in the second half. We're like, wow, we about to upset North Carolina Central. Davius Richard said, the hell you are. And he just went on an absolute heater. He ran for a score. He passed for 3. And it was like, well, All right, y'all. Let's go to the yard. It's over. So Davius Richard is probably one of the best quarterbacks I've seen, and I've seen a lot of MEAC quarterbacks in my day. But just for him to not have that chance, it sucks. But he seems to have a great attitude about it. Like, I would love to see him be a head coach one day. Because with a young man as smart as he is and as talented as he was, I can absolutely see him, elevating from quarterbacks coach to offensive coordinator to associate head coach to head coach somewhere at an HBCU. That's what I want to see. Oh, man, good recognition on the screen there. Is that Trey Brister? No, it's Mr. James. Oh, yeah, that was a pretty good recognition of that screenplay. Didn't even let the tunnel screen. Oh, yeah, this is a tunnel bubble screen hate account for me anyway. I can't speak on Jared, but I hate that damn play. I can't stand that play. It doesn't make any sense. Unless you have like a really good wall set up, you're asking for trouble. That's just my personal opinion.
The only thing I hate is people who throw medicine balls, hospital balls, should I say.
Yeah, you got to get that thing out quickly. You can't just toss it out there.
I can't stand people who throw hospital balls. That'll always grind my gears. Because
Harris on the run gets down to the 1 yard line. It is 1st and goal, Eagles.
All right, the play is about to go off for me. Great recognition of the blitz. Great job stiff arming the defender. That's a great run right there.
Yeah, I think he's deceptively strong. He's listed at 6'1", 195, but he looks like he's about 215 actually.
Yeah, he looked a little bit small. I mean, he was wearing a suit, but he looked a little bit small at MEAC Media Day. But right here, he looked a lot bigger than that. Hey, I don't know if real life and TV is percent. I don't know what it is, but.
And we have our first. Do we? We do. It's Arthur Rogers Jr. from a yard out.
So great first drive for North Carolina Central's offense. And in the battle of coming in, it was North Carolina Central's offense versus Southern's defense. Right now, Southern's defense is down 1.
Yeah, and Central had very little, 13 plays, 80 yards, 701. That is how you start a season. Extra point attempt is good, and it is 7-0 North Carolina Central. 7:59 left in the first quarter.
One thing North Carolina Central know how to do, no matter who's in that lineup, is put points on the board. So Southern going to have to tighten up real quick and shake off those early season jitters.
Yeah. There's a great question from Laquan Workman. Oh, he's playing. It's just that this Central offensive line has done a phenomenal job of, neutralizing him so far. I mean, there's still another 53 minutes of football to play. So we can't just Kelby Givens is going to get loose for something at some point. But right now, this Central offensive line looks really, really good.
Yes, North Carolina. One thing Trey Oliver know how to do is break down great defenses. We saw what he did in the 2022 Celebration Bowl. So we know what Trey Oliver does. It's in these primetime games against great defenses.
I don't know, Walker. It's a little too early for that, but it's a really nice start for Central. I'm not ready to pull it off just yet, but if Central gets another score here, we might have to start reaching for it.
Important to note also that the MEAC is on a 3-game losing streak in this series. So I don't, and this is the longest losing streak the MEAC has ever had in this game. I believe, and I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, so. It is.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. I don't know why I was thinking it was. Was there one time the SWAC won consecutive games in the series?
Yeah, like in the 2010s, I believe. But it wasn't. It wasn't 3 in a row.
Yeah, so. I don't think it ever. I was thinking, did it ever reach 3 in a row? But.
Norfolk State almost got it last year. They just fell behind early too quick. They expended so much energy, and everybody in Atlanta last year was telling, because I know our guys were there last year. Jared was there last year. Ken was there. Mm-hmm. They said it was an absolute, steam bath down there. And I can imagine if those guys in the press box were struggling. I know the people downfield. Shouts out to Lawrence Q. We got 3 super chats. We got 3 super chats. We need 7 more.
And I can confirm that report about the press box, but I will say it was miles by infinite miles better than 2022. We were there. It felt like we were there for a week. We were there for a long time. It seemed like that game, Mother Nature did not want that game to end.
It's funny because I mean that's probably why they just started. They're starting the seasons a week early now because it's just it's too. I mean, the weather is just so unpredictable. All right, we got a lot of people checking in, man. We want to thank you guys. Shout out to Dr.
Y'all. I thought y'all was gonna wait until the game was over to check in with us. Y'all rocking with us now. That's what's up.
Yeah, shouts out to Dr. Israel Carey. We got Ty B, Chris Williams, Ellis Connors with us, Lennon Blow, who says Central by 30. He may not be wrong. Veronica Hill, Vince Chapman, GHZ28. Stock Talk David said Southern better stick to QB earlier. This can get out of hand. So, notable alumni from North Carolina Central, Kim Coles, Dawson Odoms, Ken Rashad's friend. And Kim Coles, oh my God, I have had the crush on Kim Coles for the longest time, y'all. Like when I found out she got married, that broke my heart. But
for all you young people out there, that's Sinclair from Living Single.
Yeah, and they have her and Erica Alexander, who played Maxine Shaw, they have a great podcast. Yes. About the Living Single days. Highly recommend you check it out. So Jalen Woods is going to take the field as the Southern starting quarterback for 2025. How long will he be the starting quarterback? It all depends.
The starter from last year in their starter from last year in the SWAC championship game, Noah Biden, he is now at Edward Waters. So
that's where he went.
Yeah, Edward Waters. Yeah.
Oh wow.
Where, fun fact, also Eric Dooley is now the offensive coordinator. So,
jeez Louise.
Edward Waters could be a sleeping giant this year.
Oh, they put McCoy out there first. Terrence Graves is playing mind games. That is actually Cameron McCoy. He had Jalen Woods listed at QB1 when the depth charts came out today, but now Cameron McCoy, who transferred from Jackson State, is now, the starting quarterback. That, to me, is a very interesting. Terrence Graves is playing mind games here. He's doing it like the Undertaker. You know how the Undertaker would like randomly, show up. The lights would go out. He would randomly show up in a room and then beat somebody up and then disappear again.
Right.
So Terrence Graves is playing Undertaker games, and that's running back Mr. Franklin. He's over for a first down. So Southern's starting to move that thing a little bit. Terrence Graves is an interesting fella. If you've ever listened to him during SWAC press conferences and different things, it's like, he's a down-to-earth dude with a lot of, homespun wisdom. And I think he's the right coach for Southern. I said it earlier this week. I'll say it again. Like, this is a dude who can coach guys up and get guys to relate to him. I mean, that's why they won the SWAC West last year, because they were the better prepared team from start to finish.
Took him way too long to get this opportunity. But
absolutely.
Glad he got it.
And there's McCoy. Oh, whoa. And Cameron McCoy. Horse and carriage. Touchdown, Southern. Woo!
Well, I'll wait for the play to develop. It's a design run, and North Carolina Central did not see it coming whatsoever.
69 yards.
Looks like we got a shootout on our hands, ladies and gentlemen.
All right, so much for Central running away with this thing. Cameron McCoy just took one right up.
Yeah, you are sadly mistaken if you think it's going to be one-sided. This looks like it's going to be a fun one.
We're not going to get Lee Corso on College Game Day this year, so I'll say it. Not so fast, my friends. He took off and whew, all right. So
great play design right there by Southern, recognizing the defense with the defense alignment, and just found a crease and he just was off to the races.
Whew. No. 7-7 now. I see you. If you're not watching, we got you. It's 7-7. So that to me says that Terrence Graves is gonna, manipulate the minds of everyone in the SWAC this year because wow, excuse me.
Can we pull up the box score? Let me see if I can pull up the box score while the game's going on.
Yeah, I got it open on my side too. I just haven't been looking at it. I've just been watching the TV. But yeah, McCoy, boy.
I'll share my screen and have the box score up while we're watching.
Yeah. I need to cough real quick. Excuse me. I'm sorry, y'all.
Once again, we appreciate you all for joining us on the kickoff of the 2025 HBCU football season, the MEAC SWAC Challenge between the reigning SWAC West champion Southern representing the SWAC and North Carolina Central representing the MEAC, two teams who have championship aspirations in their respective conferences. 7-7 score right now, midway through the first quarter. Got an exciting game on our hands. Looking like this could potentially be one of the better games. And well, I don't want to get ahead of ourselves because it's only a couple minutes in, but looking like we could have ourselves an exciting game on our hands. All right, we got box score pulled up. Let me see if I can share my screen real quick. I want to get everything in the screen. All right. We're doing this live. For those who watch the Better Than Less Than podcast, you know, I'll be like, you're doing it live. Okay. And
okay, there we go. So, all right, we good now.
And boom.
All right. Modern technology is awesome. All right, G Boom says that play reminded him of when Prairie View ran in the first series against Central in the MEAC SWAC Challenge the last time they played. So when I saw Woods listed as QB1, I was like, all right, so maybe something's going to try to throw, but then, you know, Terrence Graves was like, nah, let me throw this wrinkle out here. and that wrinkle was Cameron McCoy, 69 yards to the hizzy.
All right, y'all got any questions y'all want to ask? Please put them in the chat so we can talk.
There's absolutely.
Going on in the HBCU and the HBCU athletics arena, HBCU football,
and HBCU stuff. Period. I mean, if you guys have anything you want us to discuss, again within this was a tremendous read by McCoy because the delay is what set it off. He literally just took the ball, waited for the defender to kind of rush him, and then he just zipped right by him, and then there was nobody left in that second line of defense for Central. So,
the referee played a pick on the defender,
and I missed that the first time around, but whew.
Probably could have stopped it short if the ref wasn't in the way. I know Trey didn't like that when he saw that replay.
And right. Oh man.
All right, the kick just went away. North Carolina Central receives inside the 5, and he gets to the outside. He's got the sideline, and could have went off to the races. Shout out Brandon Codrington. He took one home in the 2021 MEAC SWAC Challenge, and that was the last game that the MEAC won in this series. Shout out to Brandon Codrington, who's on the Buffalo Bills roster.
Yep, and we got MEAC and SWAC representation on the Buffalo Bills, as Jared previously mentioned earlier. Jarvion Howard, who ran for over 2,000 yards in 2 seasons at Alcorn State, just recently signed with the Bills. So we got Central and Alcorn on the Buffalo Bills. Central trying to speed this offense up a little bit, running a little no huddle action.
I know I'm late saying this, but it's kind of ironic that it's a Braves player and an Eagles player who are on the Buffalo Bills roster, because that was the matchup from that 2021 MEAC SWAC Challenge. It was North Carolina Central and Alcorn State.
Yep.
Very ironic there.
I'm just glad we getting some kids in the league, even if it's about, I hate to use you. Oh, man, what a tackle. And that is Trey Brister. Big fella, 6'2", 205, the redshirt sophomore. And I hate that our kids aren't getting drafted, but maybe UDFA is better because they get to pick where they want to go, and they get to make that decision. All right, Central gets a first down. So, yeah, this might end up being a point a minute type of deal here. The way these teams are moving the ball up and down the field. All right, so Jay Skywalker has his Power 5 up. Jackson
Give me
State.
five.
Give me 5. Jackson State's number 1. South Carolina State's number 2. North Carolina Central's number 3. Southern's number 4. And Alabama State is number 5. And Morgan State is on the bubble. I think that's fair.
Yeah,
I think that's fair.
Yeah.
I am interested to see what Prairie View looks like with Tremaine Jackson, because that brother is talking. Hey, oh boy, are you going to throw the flag? No flag. All right. So I do like that he's coming in, talking that noise, because we see too many guys, too many coaches feel like, all right, man, I got to come in, walk on eggshells and everything. Tremaine Jackson said, "Nah, we ain't trying to be a SWAC program. We trying to be a national program." So it's going to be interesting to see what Prairie View looks like, especially now that we're getting a chance to see what Southern.
If history is any indication, this is Prairie View A&M's year, because it's 21 it was Prairie View, 22 it was Southern, 23 it was Prairie View, 24 was Southern. So this should be Prairie View's year if history goes the way it's been going. All right.
Ozzie Clark says these are two of the best head coaches in HBCU football. This is going to be a great game. No, Trey Holly hadn't run the ball yet, because they had Franklin on the first 2 carries, and then Cameron McCoy took that thing the distance. So we have not seen Trey Holly as of yet, but I'm sure we will. And back to that point about 2 of the best coaches in HBCU football, we have some really good coaches in this space, man. When I think about Trey Oliver, TC Taylor, at the Division I level at least, and then in Division II you got Quinn Gray, former FAMU Rattler quarterback, doing good things at Albany State.
Teddy Parker with Virginia Union.
Teddy Keaton at Clark Atlanta. You know how hard it is to win at Allen and Clark Atlanta? Teddy Keaton's done.
Hey, man, that's not talked about enough.
Teddy Keaton has won both of those places. That's why I was really surprised that Alabama and A&M didn't go for him when they asked Connell Maynard to leave. Oh man,
this North Carolina Central running back is something special. He looked like he could be a MEAC Player of the Year candidate if he keep playing like this.
That was before Kelby Givens led that rush into the backfield. So we told
you said you ain't heard Kelby Givens' name yet. There you go.
Now you have. He just looks the part of a football player. 6'2", 245. Quick to the outside, very strong. Yeah, he's going to be an edge that these people should be talking about when we talk about draft evaluations and different things of that nature.
Probably gonna have to add a little bit more muscle if you want to play at the next level, though.
Yeah, because you think about someone. It's hard to be a light defensive end. We're getting to the point now where linebackers are starting to get a little light. Like I'm starting to see linebackers that are like 215, 220. But when I was growing up, we had some beefcakes. Lawrence Taylor was 6'3", 240. Who else? One of my personal favorites, Darryl Talley, was like 6'4", 260. So, linebackers used to be Debo. Now they starting to look like safeties a little bit. I always found that interesting, the way the game is going in that regard. Out the spikes on the flat. So we have 4th down now. Is it field goal territory or... Yeah, they're going to kick the field goal. So Central is going to go for field goal here at 4th and 2. I like this by Trey Oliver. Get the points if you can get them. It's too early to be. No. They're actually going to leave the offense on the field here. I take that back.
Yeah, you knew Trey Oliver was going to roll the dice.
Yeah. All right, y'all. We got 3 super chats. We're trying to get 10. Can we get a 4th? We're raising $10 per super chat. So if you got an extra 10 lying around, kick it our way. We'll be glad you did. And Central is going to take a timeout to talk this over.
Right, while we go to the commercial, let's get to this question by Mark Keith Miller. He says, is there any MEAC or SWAC team that has a great season by getting an at-large bid into the playoffs, in your opinion? I'll let you answer that first, Chris.
Well,
if you don't have an answer, I'll get you one.
I have one. I just don't think the SWAC is going to be, because everybody's playing for that SWAC championship game. We already know Alabama State's probably going to be ineligible because they play the Turkey Day against Tuskegee. So the playoffs have already started by then. So Alabama State won't even be eligible unless they just decide to kick Tuskegee out of the Turkey Day. And the state of Alabama would riot if they kicked Tuskegee out of the Turkey Day. So that's not going to happen. From the MEAC, I would think it would have to be Central. or South Carolina State. I think whoever the loser of South Carolina State, North Carolina Central should be considered for an FBS playoff spot. I do. But outside of that, I don't see it. What say you, Jared?
Oh, my bad. I'm doing multiple things at one time. But if there was any team from the MEAC or the SWAC that I think could potentially be in that large bid, I mean, from the MEAC, I think North Carolina Central or South Carolina State. Whoever doesn't win the conference out of those two teams, I believe, will be the at-large bid. I have North Carolina Central winning it going into the season, so that would mean South Carolina State would have the best chance. Do I think that South Carolina State will be an at-large bid in the playoffs? Probably. I have to see them on the field first. I don't like the losses that they took this offseason, with Eric Phoenix being gone, with Caden High being gone, with Aaron Smith being gone. They lost a lot this offseason. So it's a lot to ask for them to keep up that momentum, especially with the fact that they're now the hunted. They're not the hunters anymore, so but I think that Morgan State should have a great chance to be an at-large bid as well, so
I think the thing that bothers me about Morgan State is their schedule.
Yeah, right.
Because they have Central State. They do have Miles, which is fair because Miles won the SIAC and a Division II playoff game last year. But guess who else they got on the schedule? The Washington Generals of HBCU football, Virginia University of Lynchburg. So, I mean, and obviously I have great respect for Damon Wilson. He's a great guy. I talk to him every week on the MEAC conference call, so I'm not coming to Damon Wilson at all. But I'm tired of teams playing VUL, especially after if you guys missed the story I did a year or so ago about how the shenanigans going on at VUL. No HBCU should be playing VUL. None of them. Not even in Division II. I did find it interesting that Barber Scotia, one of our oldest HBCUs, is fielding a football team for the first time this year, and they will be playing VUL. So, I mean, I feel like Barber Scotia trying to, start football, I think that's a fair game for them. But I don't think anybody in the MEAC and the SWAC or the CIAA or the SIC should be playing VUL. That's my personal opinion.
Yeah, but as far as the SWAC team that I think could potentially be in that large bid in the playoffs, I don't think it's outside the realm of possibility to see Prairie View A&M get in that large bid. Obviously I have Jackson State going back to back. They just have too much talent for me to think that there's any chance that they'll lose the conference this season. So I think Prairie View A&M out of all the teams, the remaining teams have the best chance. Even though I think that Prairie View A&M has a great chance of getting to the SWAC championship game, so that might hurt their FCS playoff bid. But yeah,
ODB brings up a really good point. It will be hard for the SWAC and the MEAC to receive an at-large bid now the Ivy League is participating in the playoffs. I did find that interesting. Wow. Nice run by Arthur Rogers Jr. So Central converts the fourth down. But yeah, the Ivy League, it's funny because the Ivy League didn't want to touch the FBS playoffs. I mean, the FCS playoffs. I keep saying FBS. FCS playoffs for years. Now, all of a sudden, they want in. Kind of shady, if you ask me.
All right.
K-Dog says, I don't understand. K-Go-Dog says, I don't understand the disrespect. We lost a lot when Barry came last year, and he didn't have time to recruit players. He was late hire. Yeah, I mean, no one's discounting South Carolina State.
At all.
We're not saying that they can't win it again. We're just saying that, we feel like North Carolina Central has a really good chance. And even if they don't, I mean, they should be considered for a playoff spot. But like ODB said, now the Ivy League has decided to, steal steal a bid. It's going to be harder. So, oh wow, boy, Walker Harris just escaped danger. But it is now. Is it fourth down now? No, it's not. I'll tell you, this is a fast moving first quarter. It's almost over. It's 3rd and 6. And that will do it for the first quarter of the MEAC SWAC Challenge. We're tied at 7. All right, so that first quarter was very exciting. Both offenses have been electrifying. Southern was a little more quick with theirs. North Carolina Central took a lot of time moving up and down the field. They're actually in deep in a Southern territory as we start the second quarter. So this has been a game that has lived up to the hype so far. I mean, we still got 3 more quarters to play. So, but I did find it interesting that Graves with the misdirection of having Woods listed as QB1 and then going with McCoy and then McCoy just ripping off a 69-yarder.
Right. The players that we've been expecting to see, they've played well so far. I mean, other than Trey Holly, we haven't seen him yet. But the Walker Harris has played well. Kelby Givens made a big play so far. And even the players we didn't know we will see have played well so far. The young running back from North Carolina Central, I want to give him his credit and say his name. Chris Mosley has played well. So we've had some guys step up in the early going. We'll just have to see if they can keep it going for the rest of the game.
K-Go Dogs continues. We replaced a lot of players last year. No different this year. Only difference is we are not hearing crap about the number of D2 players. I do think that's a fair assessment because Jared Hoffman has been telling you guys that you can't discount players that played at a Division II level because the guys that came from Benedict with Chennis Berry were huge in that South Carolina State MEAC championship season last year. So, I mean, there's still a gap between what constitutes a D1 and a D2 player, but the gap isn't as wide as it used to be because now these kids all get the same training now. Now it's just a matter of how physically gifted you are. I mean, the talent level is going to be what it's going to be, but the work ethic, the training, they all get the same training. Like no kid, like it's rare that you see kids get that much more superior training than the other because they all attend the same camps. So it's literally about just how more physically gifted you are, and if you have just like an extra oomph to you. But there's not that much of a difference between Division II and Division I football player, in my opinion. It's not. I'll see on my local radios, on my local station, ABC6 Action News out of Philadelphia. Lady says we're getting fall-like temperatures next week. Praise the Lord. I'm tired of sweating. What's funny is, guys, I came from I was filming a concert earlier today, which is why you can see you can't see my little subhead here. I went to go see one of my favorite bands, Breakwater, and there was a free concert. I shot the concert, got to talk to the leader of the group. So I was out there sweating earlier, so I'm glad to be back inside my house in the creature comforts of 70 degrees inside my house. I might actually turn the AC on, get it a little lower, and I'm just tired of sweating. So, very excited to be back inside this house watching the MEAC SWAC Challenge with you guys. So, yeah, keep the questions and the conversation going because that helps make this show great. Oh, yeah, we're still looking for super chats. In case you guys missed it, we're trying to raise 10 super chats at $10 a super chat. We already have 3. We want to thank those folks who have given. We want to thank ODB, Lawrence Q, and JSU Tiger 88. So we have 3 super chats. We need 7 more. And that's just what we're shooting for. But if you guys want to donate more, you can. You go to the Zelle app, donate at HBCUsports.com, type that in, donate, or you can go to our website straight ahead, HBCUsports.com/donate, and give there. Yeah, I'll tell you guys, Terrence Graves is a very interesting guy. Like, he's just one of those people that you just love to hear talk. And
Man, he is a great speaker.
Oh, man. That was his dime by Walker Harrison. Way to hold
Great
on to
one,
it.
right? Great throw right there. A relaxed coverage by Southern, and he just
And
found
kudos,
the open receiver right there.
and kudos to Peterson for holding on after the entire defense converged on him.
Right. Man, a little bit too relaxed by Southern on that coverage. Fortunate that after he broke that tackle, he had some help defenders there to converge for him.
Yeah, otherwise that would have been 6.
All right, Southern has a look off the edge. We'll see if Southern on an interior, holding up the block, not holding up the block, but penetrating the line right there, stopping the run short. See if Southern can keep North Carolina Central out of the end zone on this goal line drive to stack the middle of the field. Just nothing doing. Just nothing doing right there. Nothing, not disguised or nothing. Just
my guys are going to push your guys back.
Yeah, and this Southern defensive line is better than that for you to be trying that. So
yeah,
we'll see if the Eagles throw a different look at the Jags right here.
It's 3rd and goal here.
Yeah, time of possession has been dominated by the Eagles, but the score is still 7-7, so that don't matter. So.
Not right now. They ruled.
Harris escapes the pocket. That's short. I feel like that's probably short. I don't know if that's a fumble, but I feel like that's short.
We'll have to take a second look at that if the ball came off.
So on the field they're calling it a touchback. Are they going to review it? You probably see it already, but we'll see if they review it.
Let's see if they take a look. And he was down.
Yeah,
he was down.
I don't think it was a touchdown, but I feel like he was down.
Yeah, that should be. Yeah,
so he should be the review. I mean, the replay. Yeah, his knee was down for sure. That's going to get overturned. They're going to have the ball at the 1 on 4th down.
And if I'm Trey Oliver, I'm going for
it. Oh yeah, for sure. For sure.
The tush push is not illegal in college football. So
that is ridiculous that they tried to make it illegal. That's ridiculous.
The Green Bay Packers are some haters, bro. I mean, literally one of the biggest plays in their history is a quarterback sneak with a dude following Bart Starr in. Be for real. Be serious.
The QB sneak has been around for half a century, well over half a century. Come on, man.
The entire game was founded on it being a rugby scrum. It's absurd. It's absolutely absurd. So the Green Bay Packers, I've lost a lot of respect for that team. I was never a Packer fan to begin with. I know that's going to make Kendrick Marshall happy, but I just lost a whole lot of respect for that franchise. What a joke.
They got 2 quarterbacks that are the biggest egomaniacs that you will ever meet.
I was thinking of another word, but I think I like your word better.
I'm trying to. That's the safe word.
For FCC reasons, I agree with you. So it looked like Harris' knee was down. That ball came out long after he had bounced off the ground. So I think that comes back when we get back from break. But if you guys, again, if you guys have any questions or anything you want us to discuss, feel free to drop it. We're here for the duration. So if you guys have anything you want to ask us about HBCU football, HBCU news, because I literally had to write a column getting on somebody's case, calling what we were doing gossip when we ran a report about Delaware State's president having a DUI charge. And I'm like, listen, y'all don't have to like the news, but we have to report it. That's just something I want to make clear. We don't get into this to embarrass anybody or humiliate anybody, but what we do get into this to do is to inform the public, good, bad, or indifferent, good, bad, and ugly. And
we are HBCU Sports. There's no reason for us to want to see another HBCU fail. That is ridiculous.
yeah, I mean, and dude said change your name to HBCU News, and I'm like, you're an idiot. So I'm just gonna write this column, aim it squarely at you. Like, I mean, but it's a lot of people who seem to think. I mean, like I said, Donald Trump's fake news thing really, that's the chef's kiss for him because nobody believes the media anymore, which stinks. All right, we're back from commercial.
I'm still in commercial, so I'll wait for. So I don't think they've made the call yet. At least on my screen, they haven't.
They haven't yet because they're still showing the.
Oh, I think the ball may have been coming loose before his knee hit. So I think that might have been the right call.
Yeah,
it might have been the right call.
And there is Walker Harris sitting with Davius Richard, his quarterback coach. Once again, Davius Richard, one of the greatest to ever do it.
Should be in the UFL right now.
At least.
Should absolutely be in the UFL. And that's disheartening for North Carolina Central because that was an extended drive and you come away with nothing.
Right. Those are the ones. Those are the drives. Those are the situations that will kill you. That will hurt your chances to win the game. So now the Central defense has to step up and
well, look who it is. We are joined by the boss man, Ken Rashad.
Yeah.
What's up, folks?
The gang's all here. The gang's all here.
Not all here. We're still missing Kendrick Marshall.
Yes, and we want. By the way, we want to send Kendrick our best wishes once again. He's away dealing with a family matter. We wish him the best, and we welcome his return.
I want going free.
Yeah, prayers up to Kendrick Marshall.
Prayers up to Kendrick Marshall and his family. Hope all is going well. Hope we hear more good news when Kendrick comes back to work. But
okay, so this wasn't planned, but Chris Stevens?
Yes, sir.
You and I want to pick a fight with you at halftime.
Uh-oh.
We're going to debate a subject since you guys want. I'm going to give you something to talk about. So we can talk about it briefly.
Teaser.
All right. I'm almost scared to ask what's going on here.
We're going to talk a certain Musty X post that appeared about one Mississippi Valley State University.
Oh, that. Yeah. We can talk about that to have for sure.
I'm gonna have to stop sharing my screen so you can put that up when we.
No, I've got it. It's no biggie. Yeah, but this is all good. I mean, we can, but that's because I know what the overall argument is, and I'm not saying it's not valid.
Oh, just off the tips of the fingers. Ooh. Wow, I didn't know.
First pass attempt for Southern in this game.
I did not know McCoy could sling it like that.
That's a good throw right there.
Yeah, it was just a tad bit long.
The receiver take one more step. That's a house call right there. This Southern offense is looking better than I expected.
Let me take the time to thank those individuals who've super chatted so far. We've got 3.
Mm-hmm.
If we could get 4, that would be great. We'd get 4 before the half. That would be great.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, in case you guys have missed it, we're looking for 10 super chats overall. We've got 10 super chats at $10 a piece. That will go a good way to helping this organization continue the great work of doing what we do, and that's giving you guys HBCU sports coverage from pillar to post.
Great defensive stop by North Carolina Central there, bringing down Cam McCoy before he can escape the pocket, forcing the fourth down.
And Terrence Graves is not pleased because you see him yelling "Why" on the sidelines. So when I think of the all personality team when it comes to football coaches in HBCU space, I think of Coach Graves. I think of Chennis Berry, who, if you've ever heard Chennis Berry talk, you know that he's like a preacher and a blues musician combined into one. Like you could definitely hear him, doing the jazz concerts in Montreux, Switzerland one Saturday, and then preaching, your Sunday service.
Woo, William Fair pulling out the money.
Bling, bling, damn it. Thank you, sir.
There's a backstory. Okay. I didn't know he was going to do this. William Fair and I go back. That literally is my brother from another mother. Okay. He's been texting me during the game. He was asking questions. I was like, look, I can't talk like I want to because I got this launch part. I got this watch party and I got some stuff to do. He was texting me about the game. And I was like, well, look, we doing something. And my man goes ahead and he drops 50. Brother, I appreciate you. I love you, brother. Thank you so much.
For those of you who don't know, Ken Rashad knows a lot of big money ballers. So, and as evidenced by William Fair's donation here.
And he's also friends with a former HBCU football coach, in case you guys didn't know.
His good friend Dawson Noodles.
Oh, my friend Dawson Noodles?
Yeah.
No, not just your friend. Your good friend.
My good friend Dawson Noodles.
All right, so we got 4 super chats and one that was worth 5.
I'm gonna just say this because I can't say it. William Fair, were you too cheap to pay an extra penny? I'm just saying, Lord knows I appreciate the $49.99, but damn, I mean.
That even 50 would have made a difference.
Well, I mean, my men are praising you for being the big money baller that you are, and you shorted me a penny.
Well, if anybody wants to make up for that penny, you can drop us a super chat at $10.01. So, but again,
I appreciate you, brother. I'm just messing with you. Got to keep it for taxes.
Gotta keep it. That's funny.
Man.
I gotta keep it right for taxes.
Hey, that's why I ain't spending no money right now.
The IRS don't play, brother.
Oh, what a response, my man. We gonna talk later, okay?
If that's the case, let me stop calling you a big money baller on Al Gore Internet. Let me stop putting your business out there.
Yeah, we got it. All right, so as you guys can tell, we have a lot of fun doing these. We'll do them periodically throughout the year, depending on how big the game is.
Oh, I just realized. Hey, is this who I think it is? Man, look, okay. If this is Ty B, look, man, Ty B is if this is who I think it is, Ty B is a basketball legend. I'll match Mr. Fair.
Shout out to you, K-Go Dogs. Respect to you, brother.
See, this is why we do this stuff, man. And again, we are grateful. We are eternally grateful.
So William Fair, I take back what I said about that penny, okay? Because I don't know who K-Go Dogs is, but I sure as hell I'm not gonna get on him about not spending an extra penny. So I take back what I said about you, man. You're not cheap. K-Go Dog, thank you so much. I appreciate you. Thank you so much.
All right, so we are.
Thank you so much.
So we are living the dream here. So
HBCU football is back.
Yes, indeed.
So anyway, like I'm saying, Ty B, man, was
actually, Ken, Ty responded to you.
Nope. Thanks.
Ooh, great play by
that's not. Oh, okay.
The defender.
Okay, then I'm lost. You're gonna have to DM me. I thought you were somebody else. Okay.
All right. Shouts out to HBCU Band Talk for checking in. Go Wildcats. All right. So we've honestly, we got 5 super chats. We're looking for 10 at 10 a piece. That would have been $100, but we've already surpassed that goal. Well, if you got, what a hit. All right, so if you guys still want to, those of you who still like to donate, we are not against any more money that you guys want to kick our way.
Oh yeah,
we all got.
Great tackle right there. Who was that?
I want these guys to stop doing hurdles, man. By the way, but Peterson hurled right into the lap of Terrence Graves. I mean, if you go and land into somebody, you might as well land into Terrence Graves. I mean, he's sturdy; he can take it. But
he looked like he want to save him right there, though.
Hey, man. Self-preservation.
Shout out to Terrence Graves. I ain't messing with you. I said that North Carolina Central keeps some running backs. They keep some receivers too. Don't get it twisted.
Yeah. They got some.
Case in point right here. Another one making a big play.
Yeah, I mean, I get why South Carolina State was picked first, because as the legendary Richard Morgan Fleer once said, to be the man, you got to beat the man. Right now, South Carolina State is the man until further notice. But I think Central definitely has a chance to win the MEAC this year. I absolutely do. Probably say the same about Morgan State now that they apparently have an offense, because that's the only thing that's held them back the last couple of years. Tell you what, man, Walker Harris gets that ball out quickly.
Shout out to HBCU Band Talk, man, for being a member for 10 months.
Shout out to you, HBCU Band Talk, a frequent supporter of our shows on the HBCU Sports channel.
Yeah, we have a lot. We get a lot of love here, man. I mean, it's not like we feel slighted in any way. I mean, it's just that, we know that times are tough for everybody. So, we're dealing with it. We're dealing with crunches on our end, but when people show up like you guys show up for us, it inspires us to keep going, and we're grateful. And we definitely thank you guys for all the support that you have been giving us so far. A little miscommunication on that play.
I don't think you can do the seatbelt thing if the pass was that far off. You can't do it. You can't do the seatbelt.
No, you can't.
Come on, guys. Come on, guys. If you broke up the pass, that's one thing. But you can't. That pass was nowhere near the receiver. You did not have any bearing on that play, sir. Respectfully to you, but
the seatbelt thing is crazy because it replaced the finger wag,
right?
And there was only one person who could legitimately wag their finger at anybody at any given time, and that was the late great Dikembe.
Whoa! What?
All right, the snap is off.
What?
Walker Harris gets it to him on a slant. Oh, fumble, recovered.
What?
Are they gonna rule that he was down?
Whoa, was he not down?
Was a fumble?
That's what I'm trying to see. Let's look. Here comes.
I don't know if that was. I don't think that was an actual fumble. Hold on a second.
No, he was down.
Oh, he was down. He was down. Come on.
Oh, come on, man.
But props to the tight end.
He was down, man. Oh, come on.
Props to the tight end there because they didn't blow the whistle.
Oh, come on.
Hey, North Carolina Central took advantage of the freebie.
Come on.
Hey, look, that ain't got nothing to do with me.
Come on.
If I'm North Carolina Central, I'm like, that ain't got nothing to do with me. Hold on.
Come on. I don't blame him.
Right now.
Boy, Terrence Graves looked like he want to kill somebody right now, and I don't blame him because what the heck was that? We get
and
on the back.
Elbow. He was down.
Now I got to see Trey Oliver face.
Hell, but they allowed them to run an extra play.
Exactly. They allowed.
And that's the thing. You can't. You can't.
His elbow was down.
He was down, but they come on, man. I get letting the play run. You play it out until the ball was in. He didn't score, but at that point, once the play was dead, you got to review that.
Yeah,
so you allow them to run a second play,
and they scored.
And once they ran that second play, you shouldn't be allowed to review it.
Trey Oliver, both coaches should be rightfully upset.
This is bad.
This is. We need to find out where these officials come from, because that's that. Someone says SWAC officiating is best. Are these SWAC officials? See, that's what we need to find out.
Who knows?
Huh?
We don't know. It could be a MEAC official. We don't know.
It could be a third-party officiating crew. I'm just saying it could be from Southland. I doubt it, but I'm just saying. Somebody said they're SWAC refs. Oh man,
we need to find out for sure.
Hold on, is it on the box score the refs in this game?
It might be.
Because normally they had that type of stuff available.
Let's go to notes and docs. Yeah, the ref. Here we
Officials,
go.
Yeah,
there's the ref officiating crew right here. Let me see if I can tighten up on it so everybody can see.
I don't know the names. I'm sure some people said SWAC officials at the beginning of the game. Okay, so it's SWAC. They are SWAC officials. That's not a good look, man. That's not.
No.
That's not a good look at all.
Yeah, you can't allow them to run an extra play.
You can't allow them to run an extra play, and then they run an extra play and score, and then you say
that it was a timeout. When we know good and well they didn't get that timeout before they scored that touchdown.
I mean, get it. Look, I get it. You want to get it right, and it is the right call, but you allow them to run a second play.
Eddie Robinson might disagree.
Oh my goodness.
But yeah, this is bad. This is almost as bad as the WNBA officials.
Oh no, the WNBA officials are horrible.
Tyler Marsh almost got himself arrested today. I don't know if anybody saw that Chicago Sky Sunday, but Tyler Marsh absolutely went bonkers after a call where Chicago Sky didn't get a foul call. That was the most emotion he's shown all year. And he got himself promptly ejected. All right, so we're back. They're showing the replay again. It hasn't changed. His forearm was still hitting the ground first.
Yeah, he's down. There's no way this stands.
Yeah, but right.
But they already ran the play.
That's the thing. That's what makes it even worse. No one.
Yeah. So now and look at Trey.
I know exactly what.
So apparently they did bring it back. But yeah, I mean Trey Oliver and Terrence Graves both should be very irritated because that was
every right to be
absolutely horrible officiating.
And good they gave Southern that timeout back because they shouldn't have made it.
And it may not even matter.
Hold on a second. Wait. All right, up the middle. This running back. Oh my goodness.
Chris Mosley, Mr. 10 yards.
Remember that name, ladies and gentlemen. Chris Mosley.
Dude had 262 yards on 24 carries. If you're not familiar, that's 10 yards a carry last year. So he can get to the edge and make some things happen very, very quickly, as evidenced by that last run.
Remember when I said North Carolina Central keep a great running back in the tuck?
Mm-hmm.
No, he didn't step out. That's great. Oh no, right there he stepped out. I mean, but it didn't matter at that point.
Yeah, time of possession is going to have Southern absolutely wilted, at this point, because Central's doing a really good job of holding on to the ball. In fact, if Harris doesn't fumble, this score could probably be a lot worse than it potentially could end up being.
But the problem is that it's still 7-7.
Yeah.
So North Carolina Central, you're dominating time of possession, but you're not getting points out of it right now.
Yeah, sweet noob. This Central offensive line has played really, really well to start.
I think that's going to be a penalty on the offense.
Yeah, until that holding penalty. But yeah, this Central offensive line has played really well against a really solid Southern front seven up until that holding penalty.
I think, Kelby Givens, not an easy man to block. I don't know if you guys know that.
I mean, and them if you don't, I mean, they do now.
Not an easy man to block. That man was fighting for his life trying to keep him away from Walker Harris.
Oh.
All right, Walker Harris and shotgun.
Oh,
takes a snap. That should have been TD.
That's a good breakup by Herman Brister III, or Trey Brister as they call him. Got his hand in there just in time to disrupt the pass.
No, this ain't their first win of the night. They forced a turnover in the red zone too. So this is actually their second win of the night.
And Central does take the lead on a field goal. So, but it should be 21-7 Central. Instead, it's 10-7 Southern. So if I'm Terrence Graves, I'm feeling really good right now.
Really?
Did you say 21-7?
Yeah, because
is what it should be.
Yeah, because Walker Harris fumbled.
Oh, yeah.
In the previous possession, and then
yeah, you're right.
So yeah,
you're right.
So 3 red zone drives for North Carolina Central, and
you only get 10 points.
Only 10 points. That's not good.
Someone said first win of the night by.
And I said it's not the first one of the night because I think they're misremembering the fumble.
The fumble recovery. Yep. So, gentlemen, how's the week? So, Chris, how was the concert?
Man, Breakwaters tore it up for an hour straight, like literally all their hits were for a local band. Breakwater, if you guys are not familiar, Breakwater is a band from Philadelphia who had 2 albums on Arista Records in 1978, 1980, and I've always wanted to interview them. And Ken Rashad was like, "You need to stop being scared and reach out for your music podcast." So Steve Green, the bassist, I reached out to him because he's the guy that's the point of contact for the band. He's like, "Yeah, we'll do an interview." So I did an interview, and they were like, "Yo, we're gonna be in your." They're like, "We're gonna be in your area a couple weeks. You coming?" I'm like, "Yeah." So I went and took my camera, shot the entire show. I'm gonna, chop up some bits for Steve in the group. Got a selfie with Steve, and I mean, it was a good time, man. It was a great show, and it was the best part of it was free, so I didn't have to pay a dime. All I had to do was show up. So it was a good time. So my weekend is great. And Ken was like, "No, we're not going to do the live show if you got to do concert." I was like, "No, I'll be back in time." Sure enough, Breakwater went on at 5:30. They were off by 6:30. And by
was anyone else there?
Oh, Melissa Morgan's closing out the show.
Melissa Morgan?
Mm-hmm.
You didn't stay for Melissa Morgan?
No. I like Melissa Morgan, but I wanted to do this. So okay. I'm sure she'll be back in the area sometime soon. I sing Fool's Paradise hard enough for anybody anyway, so it really don't matter. Melissa Morgan, man, very talented singer, by the way.
Yeah.
But yeah. Shouts out to third district councilwoman Xanthia Oliver for putting on this free concert. It was a voter registration drive too. They had stuff to do for the kids. Okay. It was a great day overall.
How was the turnout?
It was packed.
Really?
I had to park like 3 blocks away.
Okay.
And then so I had to park 3 blocks away. I didn't even take my I took my fold up chair, like my little those chairs that you not fold up chairs, but like cloth chairs that you like fold up and you fold out. I didn't even take my chair. I just took my camera and said, "I'll stand up and do this," and then just get up out of there and get back in time for this live stream. And I'm glad I did.
I'm sorry.
Nah, you go ahead.
No, because it was along the lines of concerts. I just wanted to shout out my city, DC. Well, not my city. I'm not from DC. I'm from Maryland. But in DC, we recently had the Defender District protest. Obviously, people know who are watching national news. They know that Donald Trump employed the National Guard into DC and are making a petty arrest and posting it on the White House Twitter page. But shout out to my city coming together, defend the district. You know, we recently had a go-go concert. You know, bringing everybody together and showing that we have unity. We can unite as people. So I just wanted to shout out my people since we were talking about concerts. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
Man, first Del State concert I ever went to for homecoming, Big G and Backyard Band opened. So I got nothing but love. So I got nothing but love for go-go. Trust me. I've always been a go-go fan. All right, we got the kickoff after Central. Oh, man, good.
$10-7.
One thing I love about, I mean, like I said at the beginning, I mean, yeah, I've had my misgivings with ESPN, but I'll tell you one thing they get right every year with HBCU football is Tiffany Green and Jay Walker on the call.
Man.
Like they are the consummate professionals. You could tell they work well together. I mean, Tiffany's a great play-by-play person anyway. If I had my choice, I'd rather her lead the WNBA play-by-play than Ryan Rocco, respectfully.
So it's interesting you would mention Tiffany Green and Jay Walker, because for whatever reason, I don't know what it is, because I hear a lot of people, especially like in the HBCU groups, in something like the HBCU groups and so forth. I don't know what it is. They've got a problem with Jay Walker, and for the life of me, I cannot understand why.
Because people are haters. That's really what it boils down to.
No, they're entitled to their opinion. I just they say he's horrible. They don't. I'm just like, what?
I don't see it either.
I don't get it.
Did they miss the year that Robert Griffin III was trying to flex his blackness?
Man,
thank goodness Robert Griffin III ain't doing. That was cringe to me.
My man Davis said, "Ken, why are you not in Atlanta?" Man, me and Atlanta hadn't been getting along really well.
Hey, if I don't know if y'all know the story of the Waffle House waitress.
Oh man, that is something you got to tell the people at the half. That is something you got to tell the people at the half.
And that Waffle House waitress, I hope you know that I love you. Wait. Okay, the play ain't going off for me yet. Coy takes a snap, run up the middle, and he's off to the races.
And that is Mr. Trey Holly. We said we were going to see.
That's who we wanted to see.
That's what
80 yards. 80 yards.
So, hey, Southern's in this to win it, buddy.
So 2 touchdowns for Southern, both over 60 yards.
Covering nearly 150. Whew. Man, I'm going to tell you, business, as the great Jim Ross likes to say, business has just picked up.
In the words of Mark Jackson here, Mama, there goes that man. Still very upset that him and Jeff Van Gundy are not on NBA broadcast anymore.
Man, those two were the best grumpy old men combination ever. And
every game, Jeff Van Gundy want to suggest rules that he wants to implement. And
then Mark Jackson would just go off on tangents about stuff, like the legendary tangent that has the one that has given us one of the greatest ways to compliment a person who is attractive, respectfully. With all due respect. The funny part about that is Mike Breen just kept calling the game like nothing happened. James for 3.
It is so funny that LeBron hit a 3 right at that moment.
And I knock it out the park. Like, what? Like, what is
right after the man just hit a 3.
It was like, wow.
I want to believe that was innocent, but the timing was just crazy. Trey
Holly, 10,532 rushing yards. 2023 appeared in 3 games for in high school. So that's an average of about 2,600 yards a year.
Enrolled in Southern as a walk-on.
So he ain't even scholarship money right now.
It's unfortunate when we get those kind of stories where people transfer to HBCUs after off the field troubles. but it's great redemptions. We always get those great redemption stories.
One of my favorites was when I was my last year at Delaware State. The basketball team had gotten a guy by the name of Roy Bright. He was originally recruited by Cincinnati. He was from Durham, North Carolina. He got kicked off the team for a gun charge. And everyone was like, well, why are we having this guy on campus? He has no place on campus. And I'm like, can y'all just wait and see until he makes, if he makes another mistake, cool, that's fine. But he came on campus. He was a new father. He was matured. And he ended up, him and Josh Blunt, who won MEAC Player of the Year 2 years in a row, put together one of the greatest offensive displays from a basketball team I've ever seen in 2007. They averaged like 50 points together. And somehow we lost the MEAC championship game to, anybody want to take a guess?
What year was that?
2007.
No, dude.
Florida A&M.
Yeah, I was thinking it was Florida A&M. It sounded like it was Florida.
That was the last time Florida A&M basketball was worth a damn. Shouts out to Mike Gillespie. But yeah, I mean, and they lost it on the most craziest of plays. It was a backdoor lob at the buzzer by a dude named Brian Green. Our cheerleaders called him the Predator because when FAMU first came to Delaware State earlier that year, they said he looked like the Predator from the movies. But the Predator just ended up, beating us, and that was, the last time DSU was in a decent place to win the MEAC until recently. So
I've got the volume turned down, but what's the story with the Chucky doll?
I
had to turn down too. Well, yeah, let me see.
I don't know. Important to note, shout out to ODB who pointed this out. Southern has 202 rushing yards on 10 attempts. 10 attempts, 202 rushing yards. Only two passing attempts.
Real football ain't dead. It just moved to the web. Shouts out to late great Pimp C. But yeah. I mean, if Southern
getting chippy.
Yeah. If Southern can do this, then they're absolutely going to win the West again. I don't know if they'll beat Jackson State in the SWAC championship game, but they'll absolutely win the West again.
So you're giving my Grambling Tigers no chance whatsoever, huh?
Hey man, Mickey Joseph got to start calling in them favors. He talking about every time he lose a player, the FBS players got to pay him. He got to start calling in them favors, man. You got to start calling in them favors.
I don't know, man. I want to see PV.
We got to bring in the spirit of Buck Buchanan. We got to bring in the spirit of.
I wouldn't be so quick to say that yet, Chris. I want to see PV. I want to. Oh,
I do too.
Oh boy!
All right, North Carolina Central. Walker Harris back to receive the snap. Hands it off to. I love this running back. He's quickly becoming one of my favorite.
Once again, don't forget the name, Chris Mosley.
Mosley.
It takes a Chris to get things done. You know what I'm saying? Just saying. But yeah,
this may be a shootout, but it may be a shootout on the ground.
Whoa, got my boots.
A rarity in football in general that you see a shootout on the ground. Like
the Army Navy game, the Air Force Academy,
right?
Man, which one is it that rarely that if they ever pass is a miracle?
Air Force.
Navy? Is it? Oh, is it Air Force?
Navy. Yeah, Army
Navy doesn't pass either.
Yeah,
Navy never passes.
Yeah, neither one of those three do. But Air Force Academy for the longest time under Fisher DeBerry ran the wishbone that was one of my favorite offenses to run on back when college football used to have an EA Sports game on Sega Genesis. Dating myself, but I used to kill teams with that wishbone. Like if you guys have never seen a full house back, I mean, those of you who are old enough in the chat understand what I'm talking about. But if you're a younger person and you've not seen a full house backfield, you have a quarterback, you have a fullback, and you have two backs in the back. That's why they call it the wishbone, because it's shaped like a chicken or a turkey wishbone. So, I mean, it's a fun offense to run. I really wish more teams would bring the wishbone back. One offense I never want to see again though is the wing T. I ran the wing T in high school. I was a offensive lineman, a slow offensive lineman, which is why I didn't play very much. I still hear and see 56 tackle trap in my nightmares. Like you have to be a pulling guard in a wing T offense, you have to be fast. and your boy was not fast, which is why
Coach
I didn't
Eddie
play
Robinson made a career off of the wing tee. 26 counter. And he ran it like damn near every play. And you knew it was coming.
And you couldn't stop it.
So we got a question in
26
chat.
Counter. What's that?
We got a question in chat. Over under 799 yards of total offense.
Ooh, that's a great question.
The question is how much of that is going to be.
You okay?
So
we talking
right now
total for both teams because right now what 288 to 205.
So
do the math
right
on
now,
that.
yeah. So
that's 493. So
yeah, 493. We have at halftime.
Ooh.
So that's I know you was laughing, but hey, we could get there by the end of the third quarter if things keep going the way they're going.
That depends on what type of adjustments they make at halftime, because it could be argued that right now neither defense can stop the run
at all.
You know what else is interesting? This first half is moving really fast. It's just getting to be 9 o'clock, and we're already.
It's because they're running.
Yeah,
that's the reason.
Yeah, I just thought about that. I mean, because it's like we've been talking about how how these games tend to run a little long, but it's 9 o'clock and we already at halftime. It's like, geez Louise, we might actually get a good night's sleep tonight. Well, we say that now. Watch the second half drag on.
Exactly.
But yeah, Southern. This has been a fun game so far. I mean, it looked like Central was going to run away with it. Then Southern came back and took a lead, and then Central just snatched it right back. So,
what you say, dude? From a reporter standpoint, this might be okay because we still got stories to write.
Right.
Mm-hmm. McDarrell Pollard. If I'm saying it wrong, I apologize. Thus far, it looks like both teams are weak in the middle. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, absolutely.
Weak is an understatement at this point.
Yes, very much so.
We have, what do we have? 493 total offensive yards, and hold on, 210.
It's 216 now.
175 on the ground. 210 and 175 on the ground.
385. That's a dream for a lot. Uh-oh.
Are we about to have more on the ground?
Oh, we got a first down.
Right, McCoy. Man.
The Watcher says, how is NCCU's DL looking? And Kago Dogs responds with Swiss cheese. It's accurate. It's accurate.
Uh-oh.
All right, McCoy.
Oh, we almost got it.
Got a pass attempt.
Oh, and the flag comes out late.
Try to get it all in one play. I don't like that decision. You still got plenty of time and 2 timeouts to get it to work. Well, I think, did he draw a pass interference?
Here's the call. Pass interference. Yep. Defense.
Mm-hmm.
Got a penalty, but I still say I don't really like that play call because you still got a lot of time to get yourself in field goal range. So,
oh yeah, clearly, he was. He grabbed the jersey. Oh yeah,
a handful.
Oh yeah,
it wasn't even like he just had his hand on it. He had a handful.
Okay, one of my pet peeves in sports in general is when the call is that obvious. Don't be.
Why you got your hands out like this? Like what I do? What?
Right. When the call is that obvious, come on, man.
What?
Like, I get it. You don't want to admit it, but don't overact like you don't know how this could be called. Come on, man. We all saw it.
Eric, these players and athletes with that shaggy defense, it wasn't me. Like we know it was you. We saw it.
One of the worst missed pass interference calls that I've ever seen in the 2018 NFC Championship game. The Saints and the Rams. That will forever upset me. I'm not a Rams fan
I am.
I know you're a Rams fan, but I'm not a fan of either team. I have no dog in the race. But how do you miss a call that was so obvious?
I thought it was a great no call.
Of course you did. Of course you did. And then it led to one of the most boring Super Bowls in history.
I thought it was a great no call.
10-3.
And we got punished by having one of the most boring Super Bowls in history. That Super Bowl was so doggone boring.
The only thing I remember about it is the score. It was 10-3, or was it 13?
13-3.
13-3.
Was it? Yeah, 13-3.
13-3. The most boring Super Bowl. But the Saints had a 2-year run of
Sweet News 666.
Because the year before was the Minneapolis Miracle when the defensive back, I forget his name, made that stupid decision to dive for Stephon Diggs on the sideline and then knocked out his own defender, and Stephon Diggs made a house call. That was just so 2 heartbreaking playoff losses back to back. But the missed pass interference call was not their fault. All right, so they're just going to take it into the halftime locker room, and that's a big missed opportunity for Southern because you had a lot of time and 2 timeouts.
Actually, Trey Oliver just burned a timeout, I think.
So he must got a punt return that he feel like can make a house call.
Well, he was the punter at North Carolina Central for many years, so he knows some special team stuff. So, well, not many years. I mean, 4 years. I mean, you only get 4 years in college. And Trey was an all CIAA punter and a defensive back. So he might have something in the tuck. You never know.
I don't know if we have any CIAA fans in the comments, but shout out to y'all if y'all are here.
Yeah, if you're a CIAA fan, be sure to check out the Better Than Less Than podcast with Jared Hoffman. He covers the CIAA, the SIAC, and the HBCUAC.
And shout out to our independent guys at the Division II and the AIA level: Lincoln, Missouri, West Virginia State, Langston, Florida Memorial, and I'm blanking on other teams. But yeah.
Oh, by the way, and since we're pubbing shows, by the way, tomorrow, my interview with an HBCU, a Black media legend, will drop on tomorrow. And my interview with Curtis Simons of HBCU Go. And you don't want to miss that one. You don't want to miss that one.
Big money, bling, bling.
Yeah. We talk about other people's money. We talk about we're profiling Curtis, but we talk about that decision when BET was sold to Viacom. And you're gonna want to listen to that. So that's tomorrow around 6 o'clock. It'll drop, and you guys definitely want to take a look at that.
And why is Quint Kessenich bothering the sound machine?
Yeah, I don't know if he knows.
You're not supposed to be talking to the band, brother.
Yeah, exactly. Before they go out to perform, they try and lock in. You could tell she did not want to talk to him.
I know, she's just looking at the camera like, why is he here? Why are you here too?
She's trying to be focused on her performance, and he over there walking with a microphone in her face. Like,
yeah, I had to watch her. We talked about this earlier, but yes, Barbara Scotia. I keep saying Barbara because I'm a Barber Scotia. They are fielding a football team for the first time in their history this year.
Yep, shout out to them. I forget the name of the conference that they're in now, but
it's the New South Athletic Conference.
Yeah, the New
now,
South.
Now, as a black man and as an HBCU alum, I'm a little worried about anything called New South because of the implications. Yeah. But if they if they feel comfortable there to start their journey as a football team, God bless.
Is that NAIA?
Yes.
They're NAIA.
Let's look it up. But I'm pretty sure it is.
That's quite the turnaround for Barber Scotia, considering where they were not that long ago, financially speaking.
Yeah, they were on the verge, kind of like where St. Aug's is now.
So good for them.
K-Go Dog says, man, you got to take that free publicity. Man, I mean, I get that, ESPN is trying to get the inside scoop, but we're all HBCU alums here. We know band. We know band. Ranks. We know band folks are different type of people.
USCAA, by the way, it's in the USCAA.
All right.
Oh, the USC. Okay. Well, that's where isn't that where what's that other school?
The Washington Generals?
No, I think they're in.
No, I think they're in the USA.
No, they're in the
USCAC,
national,
right?
No, they're in the National Christian Colleges.
What?
Yeah, they're National Christian Colleges. Yeah.
Okay. Oh wow. All right. Whatever. Okay.
They don't need to be anywhere, honestly.
You said the Washington Generals.
The Washington Generals of HBCU football.
But I think there was a topic.
What's that other one out? What's the other one in California?
Oh, Lincoln.
Lincoln, California.
Are they on any HBCU rosters this year that anyone's aware of?
I don't think so, but
they had Gary.
Look, do they have a website? Because look, I remember trying to look at them before, and they didn't have much of a web presence, and that wasn't that long ago.
It was. We did a story on them last year because I never forget. Because Gary Payton was coaching the men's basketball program and he left.
Gary Payton was coaching the men's basketball program at Lincoln.
Mm-hmm.
Really?
I mean, he's from California, but like still.
Well, yeah, but I didn't know he was coaching.
So
someone said yes, there are some HBCUs playing Lincoln.
I'm on their site right now. I'm pulling.
I know Texas Southern had been playing them.
They don't even have a link to their schedule.
I told you, right? Yeah. It's not Lincoln plays Valley.
They have a website, but they don't have a link. Of course,
Valley plays Lincoln.
Okay,
that's gonna be a shootout right there. That's gonna be a shootout.
Oh yeah. Oh, it is halftime. Okay, so let's just take this down real quick. Let me throw this up.
All right, let me stop sharing.
No, it's all right. I got it. You don't have to stop. So you guys, I don't know if you guys had an opportunity to see this Twitter post. That is it Blake? I think he's out of Jackson. Is it Levine or Levine? Anyway. He says, I'm not here to be a hater of Mississippi Valley, but it's disrespectful to the game, conference, and fans that they still don't have an official roster up. I don't want to hear that they posted it today. They have 0 photos and have almost no photos for the coaches. Either you are a D1 program or you are not. Pick one. It's one thing to be the worst team in the conference. It's another to be the worst run program in the nation. Something has to change. I'm not scared to say it. It's a disaster. Now, Chris, you guys already know what I've said about Valley.
Mm-hmm.
And I know Chris has a completely different view, and it's understandable. I appreciate it. And I will let you make that argument, Chris.
All right. So let's be clear about this. Mississippi Valley State officially was founded in 1950.
Right.
75 years ago. One of the youngest HBCUs, probably the youngest HBCU we have. Actually, no, that's not true. Because it is because Norfolk State was founded.
One of the youngest.
Yeah, because Norfolk State was founded in 1935. I keep forgetting that. So yeah, Norfolk State.
Okay.
But yeah,
I think Texas Southern may be somewhere around there too. So
yeah, okay. But Valley was founded in 1950.
Okay.
75 years old. And look at where Valley is located. In Mississippi. Who is the most lawless, disgusting, bigoted, racist legislature in the country? Tate Reeves and his goons in Mississippi. Like the city of Jackson has not had a clean water system in years. So for this dude, I get that he's a sports director at a TV station or whatever. Yes. Yeah, we're annoyed when schools don't come up with the stuff that we need when we need it right away. But Valley has one SID, like one person working in that SID office. I know she's overworked because she never returns any of my emails. So, but I just don't think it's fair. We come down on Valley hard enough, but we got to remember they are the youngest HBCU in a state full of Klan bigots, and I just can't abide by getting on them because you're huffing and puffing because you don't have the rosters that you need yet. There are bigger bones to pick. There are schools with the resources that don't put stuff out on time. There are some SIDs, and granted, I'm not saying SIDs are an easy job because guess what? Your boy Chris Stevens was an SID at one point in time. I worked as the SID, Public Information Officer at Delaware Technical Community College in Wilmington, Delaware from November of 2013 to June 2014. That's when they told me I had to leave. I mean, they said, we're not renewing your contract. And I'm like, well, good. I don't want to be here anyway. So, there's two fingers I have for you, but I don't want to ruin Ken Rashad's good FCC standing. So I know what it's like to be an SID, an overworked one at that. It's not easy. It's not easy. And I'm not going to sit here and Valley gets bullied enough, gets punched down on enough. I mean, for this dude to just, he's talking about he's not scared to say it's a disaster. And like, I wanted to hit him with the Speedy Mormon MP4, but I couldn't find it. Because if you guys are not familiar, Speedy Mormon has this great meme where he's like, well, first of all, wait a minute, are you black? I wanted to hit him with that because it's like, would you say this about Southern Mississippi? Would you say this about Mississippi State? Would you say this about Ole Miss? No, you wouldn't. Like, it's easy for you to punch down on Valley because you just feel like punching down on Valley. And that's why I quote tweeted him and said, it's really unsporting to pick on a school that is set up to fail. So that's my take on it.
Okay. I don't disagree with anything you said. However, my reasons for Valley not remaining a Division I program has nothing to do with what this guy says. I've always had this view. Okay. I don't know who Blake is. I've seen him on, his Twitter posts and so forth. But I would just simply say this to you, Chris Stevens, because everything you said about why Valley was established, where it's located, the state that it's located in, I don't disagree with anything that you said as it relates to that. But there's one thing you need to understand. There is nothing in the IHL. I think that's the name of the governing body over the state of Mississippi for schools of higher education. There's nothing in the IHL that states that Mississippi Valley has to be a Division I program. That's what this is about, period. HBCUs were not founded nor established for the purpose of having powerhouse athletic programs, period.
That's fair.
So there is nothing that states that Valley has to be a Division I program. Because if you were fiduciary, if you got a fiduciary obligation to the school in managing its funds and so forth, it is not out of the question to say we're going to take a step down and go to Division II. We've seen it happen before. It's happening all the time. We've seen schools that have we've seen schools like Winston-Salem and Savannah State take that plunge into Division I only to, this is expensive. They go down. We've seen schools like, I believe, Centenary and the University of New Orleans, even though Centenary is private and the University of New Orleans, I think UNO is Division III, if I'm not mistaken. Mm-hmm. So what I'm saying is that they took the financially responsible steps to move down because they wanted to focus on the bigger picture. It doesn't mean that you can't offer athletics. It just simply indicates that you can't compete at it's not in your best interest of the school and the students overall to compete at Division I level. That's all it is. That's all. It has nothing to do with, huh?
I think that's fair. I just wish that, I get that we can talk about this, but I just have a problem with him talking.
I know it. See that, and I think that's what has everybody in an uproar, because the guy who said it is white, and believe me, I get it. I get that, but I'm just simply saying that's my argument. That's it. I'm not necessarily agreeing with what he says, because the fact that, look, man, and I think someone said that South Carolina State just put their rosters out today. That ain't nothing. I'm not tripping over that, but I'm just simply saying, man, competing at the Division I level is expensive. And it appears that when you look at Valley's athletic program, historically speaking, it is constantly in the rears in one way or the other. And, now granted, you get an occasional win over Halloween, in the Christmas Halloween Classic, and you beat FAMU. I get it.
I think we're
Christmas beat Halloween last year. We don't know what's going to happen this year, but I'm just simply saying, yeah, you get the occasional feel good story, but that's so far, few and far between. That's all. I'm just saying. You guys in the chat, tell me, am I wrong? I know you guys don't necessarily care what Blake said, but I'm just simply saying, look at this from a holistic standpoint. Does Valley really need to remain a Division I program? And I know that, and believe me, I have gotten some email from Valley folks, and they've called me some names. And I care. I do. I give a damn about these HBCUs. I really do. And I mean no disrespect by saying that. But I'm just saying. So you guys in the chat, I'd love to hear your feedback.
My only argument has been about Valley. I don't have a problem with people saying that they don't need to be a Division I institution. My only problem is when people say they would actually do something if they went to Division II, as if it's just going to be easy. You just pop them in the SIAC or something, and they're going to be an automatic contender. I promise you that's not going to happen. I promise you it won't. Mm-hmm. Albany State would beat them. Clark Atlanta would beat them.
Clark Atlanta would beat Valley?
Yes.
Yeah. I don't.
Fort Valley State would beat them. Benedict would beat them. Tuskegee, who is rebuilding right now, I think would beat them. So don't think that they're just going to drop down to the SIAC, as y'all would put it, drop down. And even if they went to the CIAA, do you think they could beat Johnson C. Smith, Virginia Union, Virginia State? Now, they wouldn't go to the CIAA because
they might.
Regionally,
they might.
They're not beating Johnson C. Smith.
But what I'm saying is, I think they in terms of scholarships.
Okay, the scholarship. I'm not arguing because obviously that would be the benefit them.
So I don't. Yeah. So I don't know. I don't know if it's fair to say that they wouldn't. And I guess there's a part of me that thinks because they've played at the Division I level for so long, and of course they've had their moments, and you occasionally, you'll get a win or two at some point during the year. I think they fare much better at the Division II level. I really do. I'm not saying that they win every game, but I don't think they lose every game either.
No, it would be unrealistic to say that they would be 0-12 if they went to the SIAC. Sure, there are teams that they could beat at the D2 level. But for people to think that they're just going to drop down to the D2 level and they're going to become the 2012 Winston-Salem State team and make it to the national championship game, that's unrealistic. Winston-Salem State was actually a solid team at the D1 level. So they went down to D2 and turned into a powerhouse. And not to mention they had Connell Maynard as their head coach. So,
someone remind me, how did Savannah State do for the time that they were in the MEAC?
They didn't.
They didn't?
They were horrible.
Okay.
I think they won one championship, and that was in baseball.
Well, I think they made while they were in the MEAC.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. They were a pretty good basketball team too. Yeah. Their women's and men's basketball team was pretty good when they were in the MEAC.
Yeah, okay. They even had a girl in the WNBA recently, Ezine
Kalu, who was a part of Afro Basket for Nigeria.
Okay.
All right, so ODB is asking this question, and I think it's a fair. Is Valley the only school that doesn't need to remain a Division I school?
Probably not. There probably are some other schools that you can probably make the argument for. No, Delaware State is much better off than Valley. You know better than that. You know better than that, Chris.
I mean, now we are, but a couple of years ago, it was skippy. It was iffy. It was absolutely iffy. Now that we got,
Delaware,
Tony.
I like Mississippi though.
Not as bad as Valley, but I was starting to wonder if we needed to move down from a football perspective, at least, because our football program. This is why this Deshaun Jackson year is just so important. Like, this team can't finish 1-12 again, 1-11 again, or else that call for Division II might get a little bit loud.
So I had to watch it. Said, would Valley bring in less money in D2 than D1? Yeah. As a matter of fact, I'm here to tell you now, the primary reason, and this is just my opinion, the primary reason because Valley is staying D1 is because of that basketball money. That NCAA tournament money. You know, there are distributions that go out. Or so I don't know how much of that they get, but I'm saying or should I say it's the opportunity or the chance to get some of that Division I money. Because keep in mind, we got conferences that compete at Division I. They don't have football. Mm-hmm. I want you guys to think about this for a moment, because I remember this argument being made many years back. You know, when people used to talk about the Ivy League, and they used to say the Ivy League didn't take sports seriously. And I'm just like, the hell they don't. You know, and people only said that because the Ivy League never took the time to participate in the playoffs, and and they still don't. But
they are now.
They did make recently announced that, didn't they?
Mm-hmm.
That's what I thought. Okay, but I'm saying for many years they didn't. But yet I said, but yet you notice they always take the time to make sure they go participate in the tournament. I wonder why. The basketball tournament. It's because of the money. There's no money in the playoffs, football, but there's plenty of money in the basketball tournament. And that's the reason why they participate.
Yeah.
So the fact that they've made the decision to participate in the football playoffs, I guess my argument is they've got so much money. Okay. We can afford to lose a few dollars in the playoffs, you know. But you know, that's the only reason why. I think it's that Division I money, or the potential to make some Division I money. Who knows? Valley may, you know, mess around one day, man, and win a damn SWAC basketball tournament.
Well, they did a few years ago when Sean Woods was the coach. When Sean Woods was the coach, but Sean Woods got fired for being a little
I get that.
Heavy-handed, if you will.
But I'm saying, but that's it. And so once
Lawrence,
you make that
Lawrence
tournament,
Q brings this up, and I want to say that this. Picking Valley and UAPB to move down really doesn't do them any favors because they are too far out west.
Hey, Jared, you want to go ahead and bring the stat sheet back up? Mm-hmm. The live stats.
Yeah, I don't think you can just automatically drop UAPB and Valley in the SIAC because that's still a long drive for either of those two schools. Like, you just can't, like, the furthest school east in the SIAC is Benedict in Columbia, South Carolina. If Benedict and Allen in the same town, I take that. Well, I mean, I guess it depends on.
They're right across the street, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, I mean,
they're not too far from each other.
Yes, I mean, the furthest east city in the SIAC is Columbia, South Carolina. From Pine Bluff, Arkansas, I reckon that's about 1,500 miles or so, probably. From Itabena, I always forget if it's Itabena or Itabena. But Itabena, but yeah, I know that's probably about a good 1,000 or so. I mean, it's like it's like my grandmother used to say, "Damned if you do, damned if you don't." So I mean, if everybody picking Pine Bluff and Valley to move down, where are they going to go? Because the SIAC is still going to be a long haul for them, as it would be for anybody else in Mississippi or Arkansas. So I mean, it's just,
How is it for Central State?
That's a fair question. Because Central State is
in SIAC.
And they definitely in Ohio.
And they are
that ain't South. So
it would make a lot more sense for them to be in the CRAA than in the SIAC. Central State.
Oh, yeah. Central. Yeah.
That's why I'm hoping Cheney gets its act together at some point. I would love to see them in the CRAA.
And speaking of UAPB, they have had some of the worst luck.
Oh my God.
Not only did they lose Kayvon Britton, who ended up being an FCS All-American, they just lost Giovanni Gibson, who was a 1,000-yard receiver for them. He's now at Oklahoma. And then you lose Makai Higgins.
Yep.
Which they probably weren't going to have him anyway because he's allegedly academically.
Yeah, I was going to say, did we ever understand? Was it for academic reasons? Because they never really published an actual reason why, but we just assumed it was. Is that?
Yeah, they didn't make it clear. That's why I said allegedly. So I don't know why, but
yeah. If I was, someone says this.
Interesting.
It says, if I was Valley, I'd drop to NAIA. I put my Olympic sports in the HBCU athletic conference and football to somewhere else. They wouldn't do that, though, man.
That's not a bad idea, but it's just, I mean, I just don't see Valley doing it.
They're not going to do that.
They won't.
I'm saying it's okay to stay division. It's okay to stay NCAA. You can go Division II and you compete. You got all the sports. I'm just saying it'd be a lot easier to manage, man. It would.
Ida Watcher says the CIAA footprint is right where it needs to be. No need to expand out. Yeah, CIAA's got everybody they want and everybody they need, honestly. Because I mean, Lincoln's the northernmost school, and I think Lincoln. I don't know if Lincoln's going to stay there very long because they have not had much success in football. I mean, they're good in basketball and volleyball, but the football team has just not been any good.
So for the people in the
close to going to the PSAC for sure.
For the people in the church in the back, do know that we need just 5 more super chats. And I guess we kind of sort of reached our goal thanks to 2 very generous donors. But the goal is to get 10 super chats. So if you can donate a super chat, it'd be great. Just 5 more, $10. Doesn't have to be $10. I'm just simply saying that's the goal here. So if you could be so kind, and if you don't want to necessarily donate it through super chat, you can always go to hbcusports.com/donate, or you can Zelle, and that'd be great too. Then we wouldn't have to share any money with Google.
Yeah, because Google's greedy. Ida Watcher said CIAA just needs UDC back.
Preach.
I think that would be
CIAA needs who back?
UDC.
Oh, DC. Oh, yeah.
Only thing is the only problem is UDC stopped playing football years ago.
Don't matter. We got Claflin in there. We don't need.
Okay.
They don't need to be a football team.
Okay, that's fair. I forgot Claflin. I forgot just that quickly Claflin moved to the CIAA.
McCoy. Incomplete.
Okay, so let's see if this be a tale of the second half. Tale of 2 halves. We can get more of the same, or
we got a defensive stop to start.
So passing yards so far.
That's an ugly punt. Yikes.
North Carolina Central has 113 passing yards. Southern only has 23.
Oh, he shanked it.
Oh, God.
So far, Southern has played penalty-free football. No penalties so far. North Carolina Central has 3 penalties so far for 30 yards.
Hey, bro, you can't get mad because you shanked the punt. Don't blame nobody else.
Yelling at?
That's what I'm saying. Nobody else on the sideline punted 7 yards. You did. I love drum majors, man. When they do that, man, I used to try. I used to try to do that in college.
Man, I would break every bone in my legs.
Man, I was almost 400 pounds trying to do that, and I realized I was almost 400 pounds when I summarily fell on my ass. So, I mean, shout out to those very flexible people who can get that done.
I would break bones I've never even heard of trying to do that.
Jared, what are you eating?
I went to the curry out, so I got some some Chinese food.
Some Chinese food. I love Chinese food. Speaking of Waffle House.
Oh God, we forgot to tell the story. All right, y'all.
Shout out to that Waffle House waitress, wherever you are. I love you.
We told that story once before.
You have my heart. You will forever be in my heart. I hope I come to see you again. You will forever be a part of my experience here at HBCU Sports.
I just don't understand how I got to be the bad guy.
I love her so much. I take her side every time.
Oh, wow.
You weren't wrong, but I take her side.
She was ready for war with Ken, buddy.
I was like, what did I do to you?
It was so off the cuff. We just did not see that coming. She just snapped on him that quick. It's not like he Ken even said anything that was like wrong or anything. He was just like, I didn't get my stuff yet. And he
just wanted to know what happened. Where's my food?
He was like, where's my food? And then she was like, look, I don't know why you keep messing. Well, that's not what she said.
That ain't what she said. Yeah. Just
I'm so mad I missed this last year. Hopefully we get to a place where all of us can converge at the Celebration Bowl in MEAC.
And we need to go back to that Waffle House. That exact one.
No, we don't.
that exact one.
Ken said, "Nah,
no, we don't."
Ken said, "Nah, I'm
to
good."
the jewelry store before we go, and I'm gonna get me a ring, and I'm gonna propose to her in front of everybody, and everybody's gonna go crazy in the Waffle House, and then the fight.
We don't need to go to that. We don't need to go back to that Waffle House.
No, we need to go to that one. That one specifically.
Oh boy. But yeah, K-Go Dolls gives us the official yardage on that shanked punt, 7 yards. Yikes.
Terrible.
So Central has a chance to open up a 2-score lead here.
I had a watcher said he's never been to Waffle House. All right, so I had a watcher. Very important. If you ever do go,
you've never been to the Waffle House? Wow.
If you ever do go to a Waffle House,
I had to watch it. Well, first of all, where are you located? I had to watch it. Where are you located? Because that may have a lot to do with it.
For those of you who have never been to a Waffle House, go to one in the South, the Deep South. Very important to note, the Deep South. There are a lot of Waffle Houses, and there's Waffle Houses in North Carolina. They don't equal up. I promise you, they don't. Go to one in Georgia. Go to one in Mississippi. Go to one in that area. Don't. North Carolina and South Carolina is pretty good. Go to Georgia. I promise.
All
right.
North
Carolina Central has the ball.
I'll tell you, man. Christian. Forgot his last name that quickly.
All right. This is officially a Chris Mosley fan page.
Yeah, Chris Mosley. Yeah, this kid is just.
Hold on, let me change my.
Let's see if let's see if they give it to him again, right?
Yeah.
You want to eat? You want to eat?
They did. Not as successful that time though. Or I got to say, I've never been to a Waffle House either.
There are no Waffle Houses in that area?
There's one in Smyrna, Delaware, but I'm not driving all the way to Smyrna for a Waffle House.
How far is that?
Oh, 45 minutes.
Okay, but nothing in the greater Philly area or Dover or nothing like that? No?
Not that I'm aware of.
We got a man down on the field, number 53 for North Carolina Central.
Jaquan Sprinkle. I hope it's just a cramp and nothing else. The way they're working on his leg, it probably is a cramp. Man, I'm gonna tell you. Let me tell you folks something. Those of you who are young, if you're young and you're catching this on the flip, but if you're my age, I'll be 44 in September. Let me tell you the worst pain: calf cramps and your sleep.
What?
Like if you've never woken up and stretched and your calves started cramping up, consider yourself blessed. Because that sugar honey iced tea hurts. Like I literally have to stretch, like I literally have to lift my leg up to the sky and stretch my leg out and try to massage the cramp out of my calf at 3 a.m. sometimes. Not fun. So I definitely feel for these athletes with cramping issues because I get calf cramps at the most random times in my sleep and they absolutely suck. Just one of them side effects that comes with old age, I guess.
So for all my young people right now, if you are 20, 30 and younger, get your 10,000 steps every single day and drink water frequently.
Yes.
That is important. Because when you get older, you're gonna know. I'm 40, so you're gonna notice when your bones ain't doing right. So I'm not 40, by the way. I'm not 40.
Okay.
But
yeah, we knew that. I have 2 bad knees. I have a broken ankle that never really healed, and somehow I still managed to run about 6 miles a week. So I'm not doing too bad. But
hey, Chris, how far are you from Smyrna?
About 45 minutes.
How far are you from Elkton?
Probably closer. Elkton's about 20, 25 minutes away from me.
What about Newark, Delaware?
There's a Waffle House in Newark?
Yeah.
I did not know that.
There's one in Dover, and there's one in Middletown.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about the Middletown Waffle House. Yeah, I guess I had to hit a Waffle House one of these days.
Anyway, just curious.
Kago Dogs with a beautiful point. Getting old sucks, but it's better than the alternative. You ain't never lied about that.
He ain't lying.
There's a rapper that says something that stuck with me forever. He said, "You know what's the worst part about getting old? Not getting old."
Yeah. 20-year anniversary of the coaches of the inaugural MEAC SWAC challenge. Dr. Charles McClellan, man, he got some 9-later gators on, I think.
No, dapper. All right.
I had never seen Sonia Stills before until I went to Wikipedia Day.
Former MEAC Commissioner Dennis Thomas, right?
The father of the celebration.
The father of the Celebration Bowl, right? Yeah.
Oh man.
John Grant.
Oh yes, ladies and gentlemen, if you've not seen Ken Rashad's interview with John Grant on our YouTube channel, I highly recommend you check it out. A lot of good information and some great stories from Mr. Grant.
Almost an incredible over-the-shoulder catch right there.
That was a beautiful throw too. I mean, where only the receiver could get it, but he just couldn't come up with it. I don't know. I mean, I don't know anybody that got to 100. Oldest person I knew, my grandmother was 84, and I honestly thought she would get there, but she deteriorated so quickly. I was like, wow.
By the grace of God, both of my grandmothers are still alive.
Man, count your blessings.
To get to 100.
You are a lucky man. Both of mine are gone. And
he was open. If only he didn't have to lay out for that one, that probably would have been an easy walk-in touchdown.
As it is, it's 1st and goal at the 2.
Walker Harris.
Nice throw right there on the run, though.
Mm-hmm. He's done a really good job getting that ball. Free play.
There's a flag on the play.
And that's a rare mistake from Kelby Givens, and he knows it too.
Oh. Yeah, he mad at himself.
Give him a pass, coach. Give him a pass. He know better.
I'm sure he will. I mean, again, this is a dude who literally should be at a lot of the draft boards when it comes to edge rushers. Like Jared said earlier, he might have to put on a little beef, but he's got the skill set. Make no mistake about it.
Speaking of that, shout out to Elijah Williams, who should be on Minnesota Vikings roster.
Yes,
Jared. If you want, you can remove yourself, man. If you want to eat.
I'm almost done now at this point.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because my meal is coming too, and I'm going to remove myself.
Yeah, but Elijah Williams. We told people Elijah Williams was good. Like, folks thought we was capping, but no, he really is that dude. And I don't care who has to get cut for him to make the roster. He better make the roster.
Boom.
Ooh, that was an easy play to make.
Mm-hmm.
Look at this. I'm glad they stopped flagging these kids for just small celebrations. Like, I mean, let them celebrate, man. I mean, as long as they ain't humping nothing. I mean, if you want to hit a gritty or put the or step on the football and do a pose, that's fine. But I mean, just finding these, flagging these kids for just dancing and stuff just felt ridiculous to me. I mean, the only other penalty I hate when it comes to celebrations, honestly, is they stop guys from dunking over the goalpost in the NFL.
I hate that too.
That used to be fun because I'm old enough to remember when Alvin Harper of the Dallas Cowboys used to do it all the time. And I used to look forward to that.
They had some cats that do finger roll.
Yeah, Donovan McNabb used to do that all the time. Because we all know where the finger roll came from. The legendary George the Iceman Gervin.
The Iceman.
My man said, if I couldn't do anything else, I could finger roll.
George the Iceman Gervin has the greatest poster in sports history when he was
sitting on the ice with his my goodness. Yeah, I had that too.
Greatest poster ever.
Pimpish. So pimpish.
Man. Yeah, he was.
Detroit's finest. Also, probably one of the greatest natural scorers the game has ever seen. Dude could get 30 in his sleep.
He was smooth with it though. That's the thing.
Dude could get 30 in his sleep.
He was so smooth.
If you guys ever have a chance to go to YouTube, people are starting to post old NBA games from the early 80s now, and they're not getting snatched, which is wonderful. There's a game where Gervin was playing against the Milwaukee Bucks in 1982. It was one of the highest scoring games ever, 171-166. And there's just a montage of Gervin working over Bob Lanier, God rest his soul, Marcus Johnson, Junior Bridgman, God rest his soul. And Ice was just giving anybody that wanted some, whatever. He was like, whoever you put on me, I'm putting a bucket on their head. Like Ice was just out of this world. As it is right now, back to football matters though. It's 24-14 Central, and Southern now has the ball.
Yeah.
So that so now Southern has to kind of sort of figure out how they're gonna work their way back into this ball game. Yeah, Walker Harris is having himself a great game. I mean, this is a dude who, when Davius Richards sat out a game a couple years ago, threw 5 touchdowns against Mississippi Valley State. Sorry, Valley. We not picking on you. We swear we not. But yeah. Trey Oliver, 4-1 against SWAC opponents as North Carolina Central head coach. Not surprised. Trey is one of the true great characters in this coaching profession. Like, this is a dude that you're not gonna, you're not gonna silence, you're not gonna bully. He's gonna say what's on his mind. And he talks the talk and walks the walk as well. Like,
he's important to note too that he's like that off the camera too.
Mm-hmm. Because when a certain young sports reporter started his journey as a sports reporter in 2002, he was a defensive backs coach at Delaware State. That's how long I've been in this thing, people. I've been around a long time. Not as long as Ken, but close enough. And that's the point I like to make whenever we talk about. Nice. Oh wow, another flag on 6. Now that one I don't agree with, because that looked like that ball was uncatchable anyway.
Well, it hit his fingertips, so I think it's
okay.
A little bit fair.
Yeah, but I don't. I mean, but I didn't see. I did. Maybe I must have missed some extra contact. But yeah, I mean, we have some great coaches in this space, as I said prior. Oh, they call pass interference on offense. Okay.
Oh.
And M. Jackson. I don't know if that's Michael Jackson. Hee. All right. Let's see. Well, it could have been. I mean, that's one you could have let go because they both was touching each other. That's one you could have let go and just said, "Okay, incomplete pass." Break. There's Fred McNair, who should be a head coach somewhere. Fred McNair really got robbed by Texas Southern, and that's why.
Yeah, Texas Southern Border Regions. We ain't forget.
Yeah, despite what Kendrick Marshall says, there will be no apologies forthcoming from this organization.
Texas Southern could win the Celebration Bowl, and I still wouldn't apologize to them.
No, sir. No, sir.
Hey, since Jared spoke on it, and people who may not know, I got to show this. Is that not cold-blooded or what?
Ooh.
Is that not cold-blooded or what?
Icy.
Elite.
Is that is just cold-blooded? Ice.
This is what the kids today call swag. That's
or aura now. It's aura now. They like to say aura.
Oh yeah, they do aura now, right?
Wait a minute, aura. Yeah. That's a new one. They say what?
Aura as in
aura.
Aura as in AURA.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so yeah, this is aura farming, ladies and gentlemen. Make no mistake about it. The Iceman, just again, go to YouTube, just look up some George Gervin highlights, and you will see that
man.
Just devastating. And he made it look easy.
Literally one of the coldest posters. Jared, you're right, man. I'm actually surprised you're a young man. I'm just saying.
Hey, I know about some sports history now though. Two of the sauciest men to ever be on the same team back in the ABA, George Gervin and Dr. J, on the same team.
A lot of people forget that Ice was a rookie on the Virginia Squires when Doc was in his second year, but they couldn't afford to keep either of them, which is crazy when you think about it. Virginia probably has an NBA team if they're able to keep Doc and Ice together. As it
3rd and
turns
18. Okay. Well, Central's come out so far, man. They're ready to play defense.
If they get a score here, I think this will do it.
Yeah.
Because they just got a big stop here.
If they give the ball to my favorite player, it's probably going to be over.
The Chris Mosley show. It has definitely been the Chris Mosley show today. Jalen Woods, he looks like, yeah. I wish I was playing this game.
Has he played at all today yet?
He has not.
So maybe he was overthinking with that misdirection.
It sure looks like it. Or actually, North Carolina State. Gosh, North Carolina Central's offense has just been that much better. I mean, Southern hasn't been bad, but North Carolina Central has just been better. Oh wait, we got a stoppage. Oh, we got to delay a game. Yikes.
Yep, delay game.
Wow.
Yeah, so it is really about to be the death blow. Terrence Graves definitely looks like he want to smack somebody.
I mean, their defense been on the field for almost half the game.
Well, Lord,
and we just commented on how Southern had played error-free football the first half. They've already got 3 penalties this quarter.
And Woods is warming up on the sidelines.
So he's finally going to get his shot that he should have had at the start of the game.
Well, you couldn't argue with the results early on, though.
Yeah.
But it had a lot to do with the running game.
Well, McCoy did bust one off for 69, so he was a part of it. But yeah, it just feels like Central right now. I mean, once again, like I said, Ric Flair said to beat a man, you got to beat the man. Until further notice, South Carolina State's the man. Right now, North Carolina Central looks like a really good bet for coming back to Atlanta in December. If they just hold the course. Next week is interesting because they have New Hampshire from the Coastal coming into O'Kelly-Richmond. So that
they beat New Hampshire the last time they played them, I believe, too.
Yeah.
Was that last year?
No, that was 2023, I believe.
Okay,
yeah.
so that's home and home. So they're returning. Okay, that's right. Oh, that'll be interesting.
A lot of interesting non-conference matchups next week. You got Mike Vick getting Towson coming in, Deshaun Jackson going to Delaware. Hopefully I'll be there for that when I'm waiting to hear from UD's SID regarding credentials.
What do you guys think about? What do you guys think about First Take making these trips or tours to, they're an HBCU week, and Stephen A. and Molly Curran are all going to be going to. Are they going to Delaware State? They're going to Norfolk and Delaware State.
Delaware State, Norfolk State. They're going to be there for the Magic City Classic. And
Bethune-Cookman.
Right?
Mm.
Well, Stephen A. always comes to our HBCU week that we have here in Delaware. There's an entrepreneur, a woman entrepreneur named Ashley Christopher, who does HBCU week. In fact, her mother is one of the greatest preachers I've ever heard, Reverend Dawn Christopher. And I wish she was still preaching, because if she was still preaching, I would actually go to church once in a while. But that's another story for another day. But yeah, she runs HBCU week and does a phenomenal job with it. She gets Stephen A. to come every year. So Stephen A. is known around these parts. I mean, so it's not a surprise to me, but
I used to work at the Philadelphia Inquirer.
Yeah. I have a person.
The First Take has been doing the HBCU tour for a while now, though.
Yeah, a couple years. So I mean, shouts out to Doc Holiday and HBCU Overdrive. Thank you for checking in with us, Doc. We greatly appreciate you. Doc? All right, ladies and gentlemen. We're still looking for super chats, by the way. If you'd like, I mean, we've already passed our goal thanks to the wonderful donations of two gentlemen who one Ken Rashad roasted and took back his roast, and another donor who said I can match that. But we're still looking for some help. We got 5 super chats. We want to get 10 before the day is out. If you guys want to donate, you're more than welcome to do so. It helps us keep the the flow of information going that we can all pay our bills, and I can get the box Chevy that I've always dreamed of having.
It can be $5.
Yeah,
it can be anything you want. Really can't. Or somebody's already saying Southern's weak.
Or if you want to donate a box Chevy to me, you can do that too. But yeah, I still say Southern wins the SWAC West. I mean, like Ken said, I do want to see what Prairie View looks like.
I wouldn't say that yet based upon this though.
Okay, Tiffany Green, strong first pitch at the Braves game.
Let me see it. It better be a strike. It ain't a strike, but it ain't bad. She ain't embarrassed herself.
she didn't 50 cents it.
Oh my God. Ain't nobody ever gonna be as bad as 50 Cent.
That was the worst pitch by a grown man that I've ever seen in my entire life.
I get it. Black people, that's not our sport per se. We've had
he just got too much muscle. That's part of his problem.
Yeah, he had way too much muscle.
Like he literally threw that, and like the Met Stadium is in Queens. That thing hit. Oh, what a hit! Speaking of hits, that pitch ended up in Brooklyn. This was just horrible.
Ooh, nice tackle, nice wrap.
They say hitting is dead. It's not.
Wait, what they say his name was?
Someone wants to know, has anyone who competed in the MEAC SWAC Challenge played in the Celebration Bowl the same year?
Nope.
It is not happening. And I don't think it will happen this year, because I still think Jackson State wins the SWAC.
I got North Carolina Central has a good chance to be the first one to do it.
I think he's talking about like a rematch of the MEAC SWAC Challenge. I think.
Are you talking about so McDarrell, are you talking about rematch, or are you just talking about teams in general who've competed in the MEAC SWAC Challenge and then later played in the
answer is no to both.
Right.
The answer is no to both. Nobody is no individual team has played in the MEAC SWAC Challenge in the Celebration Bowl in the same year, and there's never been a rematch of the MEAC SWAC Challenge in the Celebration Bowl.
Hey Avis, we can't put it on the screen, but all I'm going to say is agreed.
Respect to Tiffany.
Respectfully. God bless the K's. This is an AKA Stan account.
Okay, this man is it's official. He is my undisputed favorite player, bro. Come on, man. This man.
Chris Mosley is putting on a show right about now.
I'm speaking for the HBCU Sports team. This is a Chris Mosley fan club right here. We
11 carries, 162 yards so far, averaging 14.7 yards a carry.
I'm speaking for all of us. They can disagree with me all they want. No, I'm speaking for all of us.
Oh,
this
my
is
goodness.
a Chris Mosley fan club.
Oh, what a throw.
Oh, my goodness.
Walker Harris is cooking.
Okay.
Lawrence, tragically, you're probably right.
P4 is already in his DM, huh?
Right now.
Wow.
Right now.
Wow.
What year is he in? Let me see.
I think he's a junior.
You can come on. That's good. Thank you so much. Chipotle.
That's one place I could never get jiggy with.
What?
He is a redshirt senior.
Oh, so hopefully that means he's out of.
Oh, he's a senior?
Redshirt senior, yeah.
Okay.
So that means he probably has one more year eligibility.
Oh God.
After this year.
Yeah, that's right. Because they've given kids 5 years now officially. You know what's crazy? They said that kids, even if they've done 2 years of JUCO, can still play 4 years of regular 4-year athletics. So you can legitimately be in college for 6 years now.
We're about to see a lot of memes of people being like the LinkedIn jersey.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to see a lot of those memes now.
Hey, Chris, and if I'm not mistaken, I think if for whatever reason you get a medical red shirt, you might be able to get a 7.
Good Lord.
I think.
I
Someone correct me if I'm wrong, but I think.
I spent 5.5 years at Delaware State, and I wasn't even an athlete. I wish I could have done that different. I wish I could have been out before, but things happen. I still got my degree, so it really doesn't matter.
I actually wish I would have stayed at Bowie longer. I think it would have helped me out a lot more for me to stay there longer.
Be right back.
So while Ken Rashad indulges in his Chipotle, yeah, I think what we're seeing now is that Central is really starting to impose its will, and they just look like the stronger football team right now. I mean, better too, but stronger as well. And if they can, play like this for 12 weeks, that game against South Carolina State is going to be very, very interesting. The only problem is it's going to be played on a Friday at 5:00. And we've got a neutral zone infraction. Oh, no, it's a legal substitution against Southern. Yeah. Jags just.
Yeah, Southern. There was a linebacker that was really animated trying to point out something. Yeah, they look out of sorts right now.
They had 12 men on the field. Jeez Louise.
Yeah, he was pointing it out. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And I think that's what. Look at number 5 on that they. Oh, I thought they were going to show it. Like he was pointing it. He was like, "Yo, somebody got to get off."
Oh, false start. So move right back. Now we're starting to get to the point in the game where both of these teams are tired and they start to make mental mistakes.
Yeah, they was a little too eager on that one. Great poker face there by Trey Oliver.
Which is rare for Trey Oliver.
Oh no, that was sarcasm. That was not a good poker face. It was not.
Yeah, he's a very emotional guy. And just walked right into the end zone. Yes. So it's 30 to 14.
Player once again.
Actually, that was Eleni Maggio.
That was somebody else. All right.
So they have 2 good running backs. This isn't a quarterback situation where if you have 2 quarterbacks, you're in trouble. But if you have 2 good running backs, you're going to go a long way. So, yeah.
Hey, Chris, is it too early for me to say this? Turn out the light. The party's over.
Shouts out to the late Don Meredith.
They say that all good things must end.
I don't know if it's too late. I don't know if it's too early. But it's definitely getting late early for the Southern Jaguars. Please believe it. They got the cadets doing push-ups after scores. That's one thing I'm glad we didn't have to do.
Oh, you can see one of them was getting tired.
Yeah, man.
No, I think Southern deserves the benefit of the doubt. There's still a lot of time left in this game. We've seen crazier things happen.
Yes, we have. But they've got to do something on this drive here. They can't give up they can't go another 3 and out. That's for sure. I've always find it interesting that this stadium used to be Turner Field. Like they did, whoever did the redesign of it deserves a lot of credit because Turner Field, of course, started off as an Olympic stadium. So then they turned it into the Braves home for a few years, and now it's the football home of Georgia Southern. So, that's a multi-purpose facility. That's getting the most out of a field.
Georgia State.
Yep,
Sorry.
Georgia State.
Georgia Southern is way somewhere else. And the beloved Georgia State alums will remind me, because both of these schools have hashtags, if you're not familiar. They're state, not Southern, and Southern, not state. So they will be ready to choke you out if you mistake them for each other.
Like if you confuse Howard with Hampton.
I told y'all that man ain't had no business near no MEAC or media day.
I'm so glad I was there for that.
Man, I just never.
I was right there. Oh man, funny.
Yeah, if you guys miss Jared Hoffman telling that story, boy, we was bagging up.
Yeah. When I tell you Shady ain't make no friends at MEAC Media Day because he wasn't there very long. Oh, there you go.
Yeah, but I'm just really confused. I mean, I don't question coaches very often. I'm certainly not going to question Terrence Graves, but why have Woods as your QB1 if you're only going to run McCoy out there and then you know that it's going to be a struggle at some point to move the ball down the field quickly? That's my only question.
I mean, in fairness, they've been able to move the ball on the ground, but the problem is that it hasn't lent to much consistency.
No.
Outside of those two big plays.
Oh, couldn't get away that time.
So basically what we're seeing right now is unless something changes, Southern's offense is showing to be one-dimensional at this point.
Very much so.
Yes.
This is the same problem that Virginia Union used to have.
Mm-hmm. Well, their one dimension was pretty doggone good. I mean, his name was Jada Byers. So,
yeah, but when they
true
went,
that, but you're right. But I know what Jared is saying. Right. Yeah.
When they got the playoff time, there was a difference.
Yeah. I'm still. It was so exciting to see Virginia Union go into those two South Atlantic schools and beat them last year in the playoffs.
That was such a fun playoff run to witness. I wish I would have been able to see the games in person.
Yeah. Both Division II champions won playoff games last year.
Absolutely.
So
first time ever.
And hopefully not the last, because that was fun to watch. What is Trey jumping up and down about? Brandon Taylor says, I hope other SWAC schools are watching that. If you have a good QB, you will beat Southern. And you still got to figure out a way around Kelby Gibbons. I mean,
you got to have a good line too.
Mm-hmm.
Can't just be a good QB.
I mean, look at what happened to poor Andrew Body last year. I mean, he couldn't escape a rush and lost an entire year to a shoulder. And that punt is that's a rare good punt for Southern. It's going to be down at the 18. So we're getting a replay. Yeah, man, that bracket coverage, man, it's tough to break sometimes. And that is why Southern has not been able to pass the ball. As it is right now, North Carolina Central has the ball.
Okay, so how do you see that breakdown from Jay Walker and think that he's bad at his job?
Again, it's just people being petty. I think the problem is why people don't like Jay Walker is because, for one, he's debonair. He's a man about town. I mean, is he still a state delegate in Maryland?
I don't think so, no.
But he was a state delegate for a very long time. And of course, he was the quarterback of one of the greatest Howard Bison football teams to ever step on the football field. The 93 Bison that won the MEAC and averaged like 45, 50 points a game. So I think people, sort of have their issues with Jay because it just seems like he's just too perfect. But the reality is he's really good at his job, and he compliments Tiffany in a way that makes them a great team. So I'm one of those people that's like, and Jay and Tiffany have come on our program before. So they're good money with us. Make no mistake about it. Like, they came on here one year, the Celebration Bowl, and chopped it up with us, and we had a grand old time, buddy.
Yeah, they're both very good people. Very good people. Not too big to talk to the small media outlets, and they treat you like if you were a bigwig.
Yes. So, if you're looking for a Jay Walker hate corner, it ain't coming here. Sorry. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but that ain't how we get down. We appreciate most people in this space.
Yeah, we're not going to talk down on many HBCU alums in general. We're going to call you out if you say something ignorant, like we have done to certain people in the past.
But mostly, all right, we are headed to the fourth quarter, ladies and gentlemen. It is North Carolina Central 31, Southern 14.
So I'm going to call it like this. Southern needs to score a touchdown very quickly on their next drive or this is over. They cannot afford a 4 or 5 minute drive regardless of the result. They cannot afford a 4 or 5 minute drive.
If Central scores here, you can cancel Christmas. We can just go ahead and start talking about what's the next step for both of these programs.
Well, it's fourth down, so I'm pretty sure.
They're gonna play. Yeah, so Southern's got to make a move and make it soon. Word to DMX. But yeah, what I've seen from Central so far, I have liked a lot, and I get why everyone picked South Carolina State to win the MEAC again because they won it last year. But yeah, man, this Central squad is definitely going to give them some fits. I'm really looking forward to seeing how everybody else in the MEAC looks. If I'm fortunate enough to see Dell State up close next week, I will give you guys a full report. And definitely, of course, Michael Vick makes his debut on Thursday against Towson.
Mm-hmm.
Then everybody else suits up. Morgan State plays. I forget who Morgan State plays to start the season. They're at South Alabama.
Mm-hmm.
And then, of course, Howard. Who does Howard? Howard plays Florida A&M and the Orange Blossom.
Right.
So yeah, we're gonna learn a lot about everybody in the MEAC next week. I feel like
if you look at everybody in the MEAC, they all have question marks. We're seeing in this game with North Carolina Central, they struggle against the run. They're prone to giving up big plays. So that's their question mark. South Carolina State, they're replacing the MEAC Offensive Player of the Year in Eric Phoenix. They're replacing Caden High, his top receiver, who was also one of their top returners. So it's not like he was just a one-sided guy. He was multifaceted. And then Aaron Smith, Jaden Brogdon, all of those players that you're going to have to replace. Who's going to be there to step up for them? And then you got Morgan State. We've been saying the same thing about Morgan State since Damon Wilson got there. Who's going to be the quarterback that's going to get them over the hump? Because the defense, the defense took a slight step back last year, but they didn't have Eric Hunter. Now they'll have Eric Hunter. The problem is they don't have Elijah Williams. So you guys wonder what that defense is going to look like without Elijah Williams. Granted, they still have a lot of talent, and I have no doubt they'll be able to find somebody that can produce. But Elijah Williams is a big hole that you have to fill. And then the offensive troubles that you got to deal with. Norfolk State, are they really ready to contend? Michael Vick ain't going to be enough. Are they really ready to contend? Are they really a team that could be a MEAC championship favorite? I don't know. We're going to have to wait and see. You can't just plug in an NFL player and say this team is automatically a contender. We got to see how he goes through the highs and lows of the team. How is he going to react when something that you've been working on from practice to walkthroughs throughout the entire week, when it goes wrong the first time? How do you react? Do you stay even killed and get them back on the line and confident enough to make that play the next time? Or are you going to overreact, be over emotional, and have your players lose confidence? That's what I'm wondering for Deshaun and Michael Vick. For both of them, because this is their first time coaching at the college level in general. Forget this being your first time as a coordinator or as a position coach. This is their first time as a head coach at the college level, at any type of coach. Never been a position coach, never been a coordinator, never been a head coach at the college level. That's going to be very difficult for them to overcome. And then Howard, they have declined so far from 2023. This is not at all that same team. So basically, through all that rambling, the MEAC is wide open.
Yes.
Whether you want to believe it or not. Yes, South Carolina State and North Carolina Central are the two favorites, but there's still a lot of questions that got to be answered.
Kago Dogs, coming back to the Jay Walker point, brings up a great point, says, here's the problem with Jay, I think. If you can't relate to the gunslinger mentality that he has and played with at Howard, people will hate him. Jay is a beast. Well, here's the thing. You can't make your insecurities Jay Walker's problem. That's my feeling on the matter. Like people who are like people, it's so funny because we swear we like confident people. We want people with confidence. We want people with high self-esteem. We want people with a healthy sense of self. When people exhibit that, then it's like, oh, they're cocky. Oh, they're arrogant. Oh, they think they're better than everybody else. No, they're just very secure in who they are. And Jay Walker seems to be very secure in who he is, and he has every right to be because Jay Walker was that dude at Howard. So, I mean, I just don't, I just can't abide by the whole, he's terrible because, I mean, once again, we had Robert Griffin III trying to, how do you do fellow kids his way through a Celebration Bowl? I mean, let's be serious. Ossie Clark says Jay does a great job of being an analyst, and certain people don't like Jay because of his straightforward approach while giving analysis. Lawrence Q says people just hate when Jay Walker tells the truth about their squad. Yep, that's basically it. I mean, Jay Walker is not going to sit here and say, "Oh, this team is good; they could be better." Jay Walker is going to say, "Nah, your team is trash." Well, he's not going to say your team is trash, but he's gonna say it in an analytical way to let you know your team is trash. So, I mean, I guess that's why people don't like him. But to say that he's bad at his job is just egregious, to be quite honest with you. All right, Southern is crossed midfield. That's a good sign for that offense. I have not watched this Chiefs thing. Oh, by the way, another reason you guys should donate to us, because we need to all of us need the ESPN package. All $30 a month of it. That's nasty work. Why is ESPN charging $30 for the same stuff they've aired over terrestrial television for years? I'm just so outdone by that. A critical third down coming up here for the Jaguars. They've moved the ball fairly well so far. They cannot afford to, give this possession up.
Okay, so it's safe to say that if Southern ever gets down in a game, they cannot fight their way back because the only thing that they have in their arsenal is their run game.
Yeah. Yeah, because the fact that Jalen Woods has not played yet, like I said, I'm not questioning Terrence Graves at all, but I would love to know, the rationale behind this decision.
Because what sense does it make when you're down 17 and time is of the essence that you're running multiple run plays that is draining the clock? I mean, I get it. That's the only thing that's worked for you, but you're down 17 at this point. Change it up.
Yeah, ESPN. I mean, yeah. So that's crazy. Like, you got to have like 3 different. People are gonna have like 3 different subscriptions to watch the NBA next year, which is absolutely insane.
I'm not paying all them subscriptions. I'm not doing that. I love the NBA, but I don't love it that much.
Michael Vick coaching debut. 3rd in Heisman voting in 99, number 1 overall pick in 2001 NFL draft, 4-time Pro Bowl selection, 13-year NFL career, Falcons, Eagles, Jets. Yeah, I forgot he played for the Steelers. But yeah.
Very briefly, but yeah, he did.
Well, it's clear McCoy can throw the ball. He just hasn't thrown it enough.
Okay, so what's this? What's this I hear about? What's this $30 this year, $49.99? We talking about ESPN?
Yeah.
Is that what that package is? That new package you're talking about?
Yep.
What's included with that now?
Just basic ESPN.
It's $30 stuff for the entire year?
No, per month.
Oh shit. Oh, sorry. What?
And it'll be $50 per month next year.
Put some money in the swear jar.
Yeah. What I'm saying, so what comes with it?
Just ESPN Plus pack broadcast.
No, it's more than that. Isn't it? Because I mean, isn't it something like it's like that Disney Channel with Hulu? Isn't it like a bunch of stuff in there?
No, I think Hulu is a different package as compared to the ESPN app.
$30 a month,
and then $50 next year.
$50 a month. $50 a month.
Yeah, like it's gross. Like
Disney Plus, I think Disney Plus is something different than ESPN Plus. So it might be 2 different prices.
Flag.
That's a big break for Southern, boy, because they was sputtering on this drive. On Tamondre Beaton. So now it's first down.
Braxton.
See, I'm not wearing my glasses. I looked
at it on the computer.
Okay, so I'm looking at this package and it says limited time offer with ads. It's $29. It's $29.99 a month for 12 months.
Yeah, that's ESPN Plus.
It says limited time Disney Plus, Hulu, and ESPN. It's a bundle.
Oh, okay. The bundle.
And the premium price is $38.99 for 12 months. Without and it eliminates the ads. So it's a Disney Plus, Hulu, and ESPN all in one package.
I don't watch that much TV.
Well, that may not be. If they're talking about like Hulu, isn't it like I've never had Hulu? Isn't it like a live TV package or something?
I think Hulu Sports is different than like Hulu.
Oh, okay. I wouldn't know. Okay, fair enough.
Hulu had that's their slogan. Hulu has live sports, so I think that's a part of it. But like, you also get like shows that are on Hulu too.
Yeah, they were making a real big deal out of it this week. Okay.
Yeah, because I watch WWE, as everybody well knows, and they're moving the PLEs to ESPN at the end of the month. So I guess I'm just going to be missing all the pay-per-view event. Whoa, look out. Oh, wow. Strip sack. And that should do it.
Yep, that's it. That horrible job by McCoy there. Protect the ball, man.
Number 10
Hold the ball so carelessly out in the open, not even seeing the guys coming off the edge, and you get stripped. That's ridiculous.
And again, I'm not questioning Terrence Graves, but not playing Jalen Woods at all in this game just feels like a real head scratcher.
Now that one was on McCoy. You gotta look at how loose he is with the ball.
That's what I'm saying.
How
I mean,
careless he was by holding the ball out there like that.
Yeah, Woods probably. I mean, well, who's to say?
Hold
Either
it
way,
close to you. Like, what are you doing?
Either way, this is not going the way Southern has liked for sure.
Oh, look at G Boom over here. Oh, look at me. I'm G Boom. I get all the streaming free from Verizon. Look at me. Ooh. No, I'm just messing with G Boom. I'm just messing with you.
Must be nice.
It must be nice. I get all the streaming apps for free. You guys have to pay for it? Oh.
That's what I get for having Comcast. Yeah, we still need some super chats, y'all. We passed our goal, but we still have room for 5 more super chats. Whatever you want to donate.
$2 super chat. You can make a $2 super chat.
Yeah, just help us get.
You can make $2.99.
Just help us get
super chat $1,000. I mean,
yeah, that works too.
I know y'all got it. I know y'all got it.
Yeah, if you're gonna super chat $1,000, you want to make that through HBCU Sports.
Oh yeah, go to HBC. If you're going anything $100 and up, go to hbcusports.com/donate.
Mm-hmm. Man, I really hope Central does put this game away because I'm starting to get tired. I really pushed myself to my limits today. My day, ladies and gentlemen, if you're interested, I ran 2 miles this morning. I went and shot a concert, an hour-long concert. I had to fight. Well, I didn't have to fight off. I just had to keep moving around several old Black women who enjoyed breakwater very greatly. And they were just getting in my shot. So I had to keep moving the camera and moving my body. And then, got back here to do this lovely stream with y'all. And I mean,
did you take the Sony?
Yes, I did.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, I'll show you what I got. I mean, it's good footage. It's really good footage. So, Kago Dog says, will Trey still pass the ball? Oh, yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Like Trey, when Central hung 66 on Route 66 on the A&T last year, he said, well, they kept doing this, so we just kept passing the ball. And I'm like, yep, that's Trey Oliver. He's not gonna make any apologies for anything he does. So yeah, Christian Mosley has been a workhorse today, buddy. Just every time he has touched the ball, it has been dynamite. So y'all can everybody's big on South Carolina State, which I understand, but North Carolina Central with this Christian Mosley fella.
Why do you keep saying South Carolina State, North Carolina State?
I don't know, because he's and again, he averaged 10 yards a carry last year. He's averaging 11 yards a carry so far this season. Like, he's just, I don't know. I guess I got North Carolina State on the brain because I'm still mad that Diamond Johnson got cut from the Minnesota Lynx. Cheryl Reeve wasted her time, bro.
Don't remind me. And then they're gonna post pictures of them standing on the sideline talking to each other as if she had a chance to make that roster.
Nasty business. Nasty business.
Played one preseason game, she ain't get in,
and then they cut her.
She cut. Ain't even get 2 minutes.
Well, Cheryl Reeves hates young players. I mean, she just traded Diamond Miller. Well, I mean, she did get DJ Carrington back, which isn't bad, but obviously it's great for them. But she gave up on Diamond Miller so fast. Cheryl Reeves is not like young players, which is why I always feel like you're saying, "Oh wow, Angel Reese should be a Minnesota Lynx." Why? So she'll sit the bench?
No.
Matter
the
of
only
fact,
young player that really succeeded in Minnesota is Maya.
Mm-hmm.
And that's because she was an anomaly.
Because she was one of one.
And I still playfully hate her husband to this day for taking away Maya Moore from the basketball court.
So does everybody, man. Everybody. Oh, that's a great. Oh, he got it back. That was a great strip by the Southern defender, but Taylor was able to get it back for Central.
And that's why it's dangerous. That's why it's dangerous when you fighting for them yards. You up, brother. Just go down.
Yeah.
Just go down. If you was down, then if you was trailing, it'll make sense for fight for them yards. But them yards is useless, brother. Go down.
You're already up 17. Just live to fight another day or another down. Whew. That's one of them old John Madden 96 hits. He didn't see it, but I guarantee he felt it.
But here's the problem. Even that helps North Carolina Central because the clock keep running.
Yep. We're already halfway through the fourth quarter.
Third 9, 7 minutes left, and they're down by 3 scores.
Yeah, Southern gonna have to pull a rabbit out the hat for this one.
Sweet Noob 6 says the play calling is probably the bigger issue for Southern. I think that's fair. I mean, you know, if you know McCoy can throw the ball, you know, why just keep it on the ground, especially when you're already down.
But the thing is that the only thing he's been throwing is deep shots. I haven't seen him throw a slant once.
No. So Southern's defense is going to get off the field here, but time is really running out.
The Jaguar Nation will have plenty of questions.
Jaguar Nation. When you say nation, I think of one person.
Who?
And I'm already not looking forward to MEAC media calls because of this person. I ain't gonna say no names because that's insider. But bro,
don't insult the intelligence of the audience. They know who you're talking about.
And I don't.
If they've ever heard them press conferences, they know exactly.
I'm not gonna say anything.
I'm not either.
He's a sweetheart. I've met him. He really is a sweetheart.
I mean, he probably is, but doggone.
Hey, if you've ever heard shout out to my CIAA media, but if you've ever heard them press conferences, I'm talking about somebody ask a question, and the very next question is the question that the person before them just asked.
Man, it's always in MEAC coaches conferences have always been interesting because I mean, especially now that you only got like 6 football playing schools.
See,
I mean, that was unnecessary, absolutely unnecessary.
Personal foul.
Yeah, he just frustrated.
Yeah,
that's a frustration penalty right there. But you can't do that though.
Yeah, but what's funny is that South Carolina State has won the coaches conference every year for the 2 years going on 3 years I've been doing it. Because my first year doing it was Buddy Pugh's last year, and he was still as Buddy Pugh as ever. Then in 24 comes Chennis Berry, and Chennis Berry is Chennis Berry. So it is so much fun. It was so much fun listening to those guys talk, and I think it's going to be interesting. I wonder how Mike Vick and Deshaun Jackson are going to manage those. I'm very much looking forward to that.
And speaking of Buddy Pugh, shout out to Buddy Pugh because I shook his hand at MEAC Media Day. He gave me words of encouragement. That was solid. He didn't have to do that. And
he gave you words of encouragement by saying what?
About just because he was asking me like how long I've been in the media business, how long I've been in college, how long I graduated college and stuff like that. And it was like, just like I'm still young, just keep going and all that. And it just felt good for somebody that as at his stature, first of all, to be at MEAC Media Day because he doesn't have to be there. And that he took the time to speak with me and all that. Because I only went over there to say hello. So the fact that he actually engaged in the conversation with me, that was dope of him.
Hey, not a surprise, just a really, really great human being. And it's crazy because when you think about it, South Carolina State, it's kind of like the Pittsburgh Steelers of black college football. Because they've only had 4 coaches the last 50 years. There's Willie Jeffries. There's late Bill Davis. And there's Buddy Pugh. I mean, because Willie Jeffries came back after Bill Davis left. Bill Davis was Shannon Sharp's college coach at Savannah State, and Willie Jeffries came back for a bit. Then it was Buddy Pugh. Now they got Chennis Berry. So it's like South Carolina State believes in continuity, and that's why they're always in the conversation. Michael Road Dog Reed says going to be a shame when FAMU kicks Southern's season to sleep in October. FAMU over SU on Saturday the 25th. Bucks over the Saints on the Sunday the 26th. The Florida boys sweep Louisiana. Time will tell. Time will tell. FAMU got their own stuff to worry about. That's a story for another day.
Man, they've fallen since whatchamacallit? Willie Simmons left.
Mm-hmm.
He left. You talk about somebody leaving a void.
And they wouldn't let Tiffany Dawn hire Sean Gibbs. Oh, that's the first woman assistant coach in North Carolina Central history. I like that women are getting a chance to coach men's sports now because I mean they've always had the the ability to do so.
Jennifer King, North Carolina Central offensive analyst.
Hold on, let me pull up her name for Central State because they also have a women's coach on their coaching staff. Oh, and they mic'd her up. That's what's up.
Yeah. Jalen Woods is now in the ball game.
Little late.
Right on time. It's not too late whatsoever. Ooh, oh, he took that one.
Little late.
Ashley Cornwell is the coach for Central State. She's the tight ends and assistant special teams coach.
That's an interesting delegation of duties. So we are entering the final 5 minutes of the fourth quarter, and Southern is still running the ball.
This reminds me of the Battle of the Real HU, I believe in 2022 or 2023, one of those years, when Howard was up like 3 or 4 scores or something like that. While they were up, they're passing the ball. And then when Hampton came back to take the lead, in a 2-minute drill, Howard is running the ball. Makes no sense to me. I don't understand it.
Mr. Woods is your frat brother, Ken.
I'm sorry.
Jalen Woods is your frat brother, according to Sweet Newt. Shouts out to Jay Woods.
Oh, okay. Oh, you okay? Just cross. Okay.
I always find it interesting when athletes cross because I know they'd be dog tired, man. like there was a time when the entire offensive line on the Delaware State football team pledged alpha, and I was like, I know y'all glad y'all did this in the spring.
I got a funny story about when somebody from the Bowie State football team crossed Q, and I went to his probate, and I had never been to a probate. and there was a dude who is not from, he didn't go to college. He was from the streets, and one of his homies who was crossing was there.
Oh. I already see where this story is going.
when his homie revealed himself to be the one that was crossing, he threw up the hooks.
Oh no! Oh my!
And thankfully everybody that was there knew that he didn't know what was going on. He just saw him doing it, so he was just like, "I'm gonna do it too." And he was like, his homies that was with him was like, "Hey, don't do that. You can't do that. That's for them." Oh man, that was funny.
Yep.
Shout out to my guy Taylor, my first college roommate, who was a part of the Bowie State football team, the 2018 championship team. He was a member of that team.
This is Chris. I think your question is going to be a valid one about him putting Woods in so late.
Yeah,
because that was a great throw right there.
It was, but we got a flag, so it may not matter.
So FAMU loses to MVSU, and now we've fallen on hard times. Come on, brothers. Huh?
Who said y'all falling on hard time?
Who?
Did one of us say that?
I don't think so.
FAMU is falling on hard times.
I
said that Willie Simmons left the void. That's what I said. I don't remember saying falling on hard times.
No one said FAMU is falling on hard times.
All I said was Willie Simmons left the void.
Y'all got to watch out for that president, though. That's for sure.
All I said was Halloween lost to Christmas. I mean,
peas and carrots lost to strawberry.
Peas and carrots. You know,
lost to strawberry and
pumpkin, strawberry and
kiwi
greens. Strawberry and kiwi.
I was thinking of a green fruit, or maybe avocado. Avocados from Mexico. You know,
is that a fruit?
Avocados, I think so.
Yeah, avocados.
That's considered a fruit. Okay.
Yep. There's a lot of things that are fruits that I don't think should be fruits.
Like tomatoes.
Should not be a fruit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't agree with that at all. Yeah, the game's over, boom. So yeah,
pretty much.
So North Carolina Central did as expected. Southern had a chance, but
so you still see this as a they need to update this. It's not 6 minutes. What's up with this? Let
me try to refresh and see if it
yeah.
No, they just haven't updated it yet. They must be having it's probably because they're having connection problems in the press box, probably. But takeaways from this game, I think the biggest one easily is Mosley. He has put his name on the map, and he's probably staking his claim for that MEAC Player of the Year award.
For sure.
So Chris, you still think Southern's a contender in the West?
I'm with you. I'm with you now. I got to see what Prairie View looks like. If Prairie View look better than this, then I'll tilt it. But this is not a showing from Southern that I expected.
I mean, it was a great first quarter, first half.
Yeah, first half, but second half they
plays.
Because I mean their 2 touchdowns came on long gainers, but everything else has just been kind of like, yeah. But
I mean, they still went into the first half. After the first half, they still trailed. I'm just saying,
yeah.
But
also, I think this is also a wake up call as to how good North Carolina Central can be. Like, this is a team that could definitely be back in Atlanta December 12th or 13th or 14th, whenever the Celebration Bowl is.
They got to tighten up that run defense, though.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, they do that. I don't know.
And we don't even know if they can. We don't know what they're going to look like defending the pass. Now, the good thing for North Carolina Central is there's no real dominant passing game that we know of yet in the MEAC. So we don't know if that's going to be something that they're going to have to contend with. But the run game, absolutely, they're going to have to tighten up on that defense.
So I know we've reviewed this, but just again looking at Central's schedule, the next few weeks: New Hampshire, at Old Dominion. They host Fayetteville State, at North Carolina A&T, and then they go to Commerce, Texas. I need to see where I'll be. September 26th to take on East Texas A&M. And that's about an hour and 15-minute drive from where I am. Maybe 90 minutes. And then FAMU. And then Delaware State for homecoming. And that's when they start the MEAC schedule.
Of course we got to be for homecoming. Oh, well. And Jalen Woods looks absolutely frustrated, and I don't get it because I get it, because why wait this late to play him, knowing that you put this dude in a compromising position?
Okay, that's going to be the question that everyone's going to ask.
Okay, Go Dogs, we got the 742. We did not get 799. 742. After the first quarter, I think they had like 400 or something like that. So, and another shank punt.
Somebody from Central got a piece of this one though. Finally, and that punter is still raising Cain, even though.
So we'll have victory formation here.
So G Boom's telling me I'll be at the State Fair on that day. I guess that is correct. Central will be in town, and I'll be
at the Cotton Bowl.
At the Cotton Bowl.
So yeah, I mean,
I'll admit, man, I'm a little disappointed. I was hoping. I mean, this wasn't a blowout, but it was a convincing win for Central. Or at least, finally 2 minutes left. But I really thought this was gonna, possibly be we were talking about how fast the game was moving first half.
So you have slowed things down considerably.
But I guess I'm a little disappointed because I really thought this was gonna be a little bit more of a better competitive matchup.
Southern went up 14-10, and NC Central rattled off 21 straight.
Christian Mosley had that semi-long touchdown run, and I was like, well, Central was like, all right, we got this from here. And they did.
For those of you who are just joining us, Mosley is HBCU Sports' favorite player going into the 2025 season. We all unanimously voted that Chris Mosley was our favorite player. So this is a Chris Mosley fan club here.
I'm listening at Sweet Noob saying I was hoping for more offensive progress from last season. Sadly, I've seen no progress or creativeness. To be honest with you, Sweet Noob, I think Coach Graves needs to. He's going to have to decide on the quarterback.
Yeah,
I mean, I think that's what it is. And I guess I kind of see this going. I don't know if this is becoming a trend, but we still don't see a whole lot of teams, going back and forth on quarterbacks. But clearly, this was not it. Now, granted, I mean, McCoy was getting it done first half, and this because he wasn't announced the starter, was he?
No, Woods was.
Woods. That's what I thought. Yeah, and here we are thinking, okay, well, yeah, he told us one thing, but he's doing another, and look what's going on, But so I think it was one of you guys who mentioned that, knowing Coach, knowing Central the way we know him, he was going to be prepared for either quarterback, regardless of what Graves said.
Yeah.
So I got an interesting tweet here. Shout out to Zach McKenna with FCS Football Central. He said, unless Jalen Woods is hurt, the decision to start Cameron McCoy is going to get someone fired. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make any sense. We saw this at Jackson State last year. I think that's a bit of an overreaction considering
who said
McCoy, Zach McKenna with FCS football.
Oh, Zach. Okay. He says what now?
Unless Jalen Woods is hurt, the decision to start Cameron McCoy is going to get someone fired. It doesn't make any sense. We saw this at Jackson State last year. I think that's a bit of an overreaction considering McCoy played well to start the game.
Yeah.
But he's not wrong in his assessment that it's a head scratcher.
Yeah, you can't argue with what happened in the first half. But clearly Central made the adjustment. And they made Southern one-dimensional.
Yep.
I feel like this I feel like this is a case of overthinking it. Like, don't let
right. It's one game. Don't get me wrong. Exactly. And that's why I'm hesitant to just simply say. To be honest with you, I'm even hesitant to say that Central.
No, I'm saying Terrence Graves overthought.
Huh?
I was saying Terrence Graves overthought it. Like he didn't want North Carolina Central want to know what his next move was going to be.
Right,
so
but I'm just talking about
Jalen Woods is going to be a starter, but instead I'm gonna throw Cameron McCoy out there.
But I'm saying in general, it's one game though.
No, you're right. Yeah,
and in that I don't know. Granted, I understand you. So are you saying that Zach was overthinking it, or are you saying that
No. I think Zach is I think it's a slight overreaction from Zach.
Okay,
I understand where he's coming from, where it's a head scratching decision, but a fireable offense, I think that's a bit far. But I'm saying that Terrence Graves, the decision to publicly say that Jalen Woods is going to be our QB1 and throwing Cam McCoy out there as a way to be like, don't let him know what your next move is going to be, that was overthinking by Terrence Graves.
Okay, so let me say this, because you saying that about this being a fireable offense, you know what immediately came to mind? I go back to the Southern University Board of Directors or Regents. Remember how haphazardly they were to give their blessing on hiring Coach Graves?
Yeah,
and that was I don't know why that immediately came to mind. And I still say, man, it's one game. And I'm gonna reserve judgment, but I am a little disappointed. Granted, I'm a SWAC guy and I won it, but this was a pretty convincing win. But like I said, man, this definitely was a coaching thing.
Since 2019, North Carolina Central 7-0 in classics, bowls, and challenges under Trey Oliver.
Really? Yeah. See, Trey don't play, and just. No, none of them got a lot of respect for each other, man. But just Central. Put it like this: I don't think anyone is surprised with what Central put out there tonight. I think the bigger question is what could we expect in Southern tonight? And depending on what your level of expectations were or are, especially if you're a Southern fan, you're not pleased.
Especially defensively. But you would think I'm just at some point, man, to say you're going to start one quarterback and you end up starting another. Maybe it was an injury. I don't know. Maybe it was disciplinary. I don't know. But look, man, I told you about my trip to A.W. Mumford last year, man. And when them Southern folks lose, baby, the liquor is like, mwah. Shout out to my Southern homies. Man, y'all can party it up, boy. I tell you. Anyway.
Well, they gonna need some they're gonna need to drown their sorrows tonight, because boy.
So, gentlemen, closing thoughts. It's a final. North Carolina Central 31, Southern 14. I know we just kind of, we kind of just roughed over it, glazed over it. But just what are your initial final thoughts before we go ahead and call it a night? The 3.5 hours.
I'm just going to say that North Carolina Central has served notice that they are absolutely in the hunt for the Celebration Bowl. I mean, there wasn't any doubt that they were going to be, but the way that they just imposed their will in the last 2.5 quarters on Southern was what championship teams do. And that's what Trey Oliver says with those shirts, culture over scheme, that they have a culture of accountability, a culture of hard work, a culture of, relentlessness. And that was on display tonight. I don't like Jared said, they got to figure out their run defense, but everything else about this team is just what's not to like. I mean, we found out that Christian Mosley can definitely fill in where Jamari Taylor left off. We found out that Walker Harris is still a good quarterback. We found out that Central defense is still pretty solid, except for in the middle. That's something they're going to have to work on. But I just don't believe that, that this Central team is going to be anything less than a MEAC or FCS playoff contender.
Someone said neither team impressed me. Central played defense like that again against SCSU, going to tighten them up again. Well, look, it's just first game, but I'm here to tell you, I don't think anyone is surprised that Central won this game. I don't think anyone is surprised that Central looked the way they did. I mean, look, it's game one, but there's always something to improve upon after the first game. But I don't think anyone is really surprised at how Central performed from the first half to the second half. I think the bigger question here is Coach Graves for Southern going to stick to one quarterback, regardless of how shaky things may get?
Well, he's going to have to answer some questions about today's performance.
Yeah, but they will be fair questions. But what I'm saying is, man, we've heard it said unless you just have two dynamic quarterbacks. But there's always been that saying, if you got to play two quarterbacks, you don't have one.
Yep.
And when you put in consideration, well, I'm not gonna compare spring because again, people leave and go and all this other stuff. But I guess all I'm saying is that is going to be the bigger question. I think that Southern's going to have to address. You're going to stick to you're going to have to call a quarterback, and you have to stick to it. Quarterback's going to make some mistakes, but are you willing to discipline yourself to stick with them even through the tough times? But anyway, Jared, your final thoughts, bro.
Well, been singing the praises of Christian Mosley all night. Might as well go out with a bang one more time with it. Christian Mosley put his name on the map, and we will be watching Christian Mosley going forward. That's what you do when you come in as a relative unknown. Make an immediate impact. Give people a reason to talk about you. You can't be like, oh, I'm the most slept on, and then when people watch you for the first time, you're average or below average. Don't complain about people not talking about you. Give us a reason to. He gave us a reason to, and he will be on all of our radars going forward. Walker Harris, this was a solid game from him. Very efficient. Not too many bad throws. Not too many bad reads going on. And that's you're always going to see that from a Trey Oliver offense. It's never going to be any bad throws. It's never going to be any mental error. It's not a lot. It's going to be not going to be a lot of those, and especially not going to be like that with Davius Richard as your QB coach. So I like the offensive execution from North Carolina Central. As Chris stated, that I said before, you're going to have to get that run defense tight. That was the one knock from North Carolina Central in this game, is that run defense gave up entirely too many big runs. And there was only 3, but those 3 were significant. So they're going to have to tighten up that run defense. Other than that, this is a performance that North Carolina Central should be proud of. Now, from Southern's defense, they got to tighten up. That is not in a year that Kelby Givens is going to be looked at by NFL teams, you can't have that kind of performance. Now, I know it wasn't just him, but you gotta be better than that. Too many nonsense penalties, too many big plays given up, not enough consistency of getting stops. They made some good plays earlier, so it's not like they were horrible from start to finish. But you gotta get some consistency in. But this is not a Southern team that could win the SWAC West. You're not winning the SWAC West playing like that. You got to be much better if you want to win the SWAC West. Their running game was very good. The Holly kid with Trey Holly played very well. McCoy played well in spots, but you got to add another dimension to your offense. We've seen one-dimensional offenses do well in the regular season and then fall short in the postseason. So you got to add another dimension to your offense, or else this team ain't gonna do much in the SWAC West. So yeah, it's disappointing in some ways this game was, but there was a lot of things that we learned from this game that could determine the conference race for each side.
Yeah. Okay, guys, we've been on for 3 hours and 30 minutes. I see Chris nodding and yawning. I know it's been a hell of a day for you, man. Mm-hmm. And we still got work to do tomorrow. So, guys, look, Chris, if you would, man, do that thing the way you do.
All right, since I'm still awake, ladies and gentlemen, we thank you for tuning in to this special watch party edition of the MEAC SWAC Challenge on the HBCU Sports YouTube channel. We greatly appreciate y'all as always. Be sure to become subscribe to this podcast, become a level one, this YouTube channel, become a level 1 or level 2 member. For the neat and tidy sum of $4.99 a month, you get all the HBCU sports that's fit to print and broadcast, as we like to give it to you. You can follow us on all manner of social media. We're on the Musty app, which is Twitter, TikTok, Threads, Instagram, Facebook, Blue Sky, all those places. Just search for HBCU Sports. If you'd like to donate, we did reach our super chat, monetarily goal, but we still we're going to be doing the super chat thing moving forward. So by the way, so whenever we do something, be sure to have your super chat money ready. But if you want to donate directly, go to the Zelle app, donate at hbcusports.com, or you can go to the HBCU Sports website, hbcusports.com/donate. You can give us your coins there. And that's going to do it. We have a busy week next week as the HBCU football season really gets underway. We have podcasts to give you guys. We have stories to write. So stay tuned. So, thank you guys for watching. We appreciate you. For Jared and Ken, I'm one sleepy Chris. Y'all enjoy the rest of your weekend.
Hi, B. I just realized who you were. My apologies, sister. My apologies. I know who you are now. Okay. All right. Yeah. Final words. Thank you guys for your support. Please continue to give, and we will do our very best, man, to continue to do our best to provide you with the stories that matter and to provide you with the coverage that matters as well, and that you would expect from us. Okay. So until next time, man, God bless you. See you next time.